Last time on the Hoard, we had finally arrived at Drow elf encampment with fewer slaves than we intended to bring. Rasha, being a deceptive little knoll, decided to try and lie and say that these were, in fact, the slaves that they were intended to bringing. But it did not work out exactly in her favor, rolling pretty below average. Oh, with that lie in hand, the party only received one magic item out of the deal that they were supposed to get many. But eventually the party decided to roll another few charisma rolls and try to convince the leader to let them use their skills to take care of any problems in exchange for half the other, for exchange of half of the magic items instead of just the one. Eat Meat Ack became attached to Gus and began to follow the prisoners off with the drow once the party began leaving. The party hesitated at first, but eventually just shrugged their shoulders and say, it was his choice and whatever. The party had also made their way to the Shadowfell entrance, running into a new companion, Korg, the wild magic sorcerer. Bit of a hard ass. The party ventured forth deeper into the Shadowfell, nearly 12 hours looking for odd-looking bird creatures, and eventually they were able to find them thanks to Lyra looking upwards, and the combat basically just went as is. The party fought, won, carved off its head. Korg was nearly killed in the first round, Lyra was MVP, Gazrog, Novik, and Porostix were tanking, and Rasha was kind of just there. And that's pretty much it.
That and Eat Meat Ack was sent away with the drow slaves.
Yeah. Ajanovic didn't actually take many hits. He kind of just...
Actually, you took a few. You got healed.
Ah, that's right. Yes, I went down, didn't I?
Yeah, you went down and were healed back up.
Right. That is correct.
I remember excited to wild shape out of my...
Everybody went down except Porostix, because if he goes down, he ain't getting back up.
Actually, Rasha didn't go down once. In fact, she's in pristine condition.
Because that's that beast shield, meat shield you got. So anyways, as you guys have finished wrapping up, Lyra, Kyrog, and Gazrog gather about the bodies of their heads quite silently, gathering the supplies. Well, Aternovic, Porostix, and Rasha.
Ajanovic collected all the heads.
Already.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
As you guys collect the heads, and the 6 of you get ready to go out and continue your way towards the meeting place the drow told you to meet them after you finished your little mission.
Should we rest here first before we go, since we kind of secured this area?
Let me see how many spells I have left. Not many. I can heal you up quickly if you want. Oh wait, no, you can't take healing.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
I just realized that part. I apologize. I'm gonna go and heal Kyrog though, because he is.
You know, it does make me feel a little bit better that you don't think of me as a dead person. You know?
Yeah, fair enough. So with that, Rasha will cast 2 healing spells on both Kyrog and Gazrog with the Cure Wounds.
Well,
there's nothing on the map.
I was going to suggest a short rest, but perhaps you guys need longer to get your magic back.
It's because you're not in the thing. Oh no, Zalk. Zalk, because you're not in the maps, you can't see.
Well, that is fair. For the purposes of this, I will just give you permission to Poros. You know what? I'll give you Joe's sheet so you can see somebody.
Oh, he.
Oh, Zaku camera die.
And no, I refresh my camera, so I refresh the game so I can come back here.
I'm gonna DC from voice breaking next because I'm getting.
There you go. Now you should be able to see through from Josen's magnificent character.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you.
Okay.
So as
so
you guys...
we're not resting. We're just walking.
Probably maybe a short rest would be okay. Maybe a short rest would actually be a good idea. I don't need it. I can keep Go Watch in the meantime.
What about your magic?
I can't recharge magic for at least 8 hours. We need to get going. We've already wasted too much time trying to find these things in the Shadowfell.
Well, if you're happy to continue without it, then short rest it is.
I can morph. Actually, how many times can I morph into wild
I
shape?
go like, yes, in my head.
Alright. Alright, Russia will take a, make sure that nothing sneaks up on them while they rest.
Yeah, I will take the short rest.
You guys are gonna take a short rest? So
I
you guys,
plop
Yeah.
myself next to these pile
I
of bones.
get both my wild shapes back. Nice.
So just in case people are like, oh look, he's like camouflaged.
Among his people.
I just like plop myself like, I'm resting now.
Me and my Echo will be vibing. It's over here. We're vibing.
you be vibing?
We're vibing.
Just two big boys
I
vibing.
do not get my Unleash Incarnations back, unfortunately. That is only on long rest.
I get
So,
like everything back.
So I just realized in my wild combat shape, apparently I can use a hit die as a bonus action to regain some health in my wild shape. That's crazy. I did not know that.
Is
Kind of wish I did.
die or
No, it's just a.
wild shape action? Wild shape
Ouch.
use a bonus action to expend one spell slot, not a hit die.
Yeah. Sorry, not spell slot. Did I miss?
Yeah, I knew about the spell
I
slot.
apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm like hit die. I'm
I
pretty sure it's not hit die. I know the spell slot was a thing.
Sorry.
I thought that was.
I thought
only
it
for
was.
the,
No, yeah, it's not.
Epilogue
It's not hit die. Sorry. For some reason, I thought it was a hit die. I don't know why I misread that.
Yeah, I'll just use 2.
It's
Big regret.
Remembering how spells fucking work.
You know what's an underappreciated race?
Hmm.
Who?
The
Monks.
shifter. Race.
I know it was a goof.
Are you calling me racist, Daniel
Yes. Oh my god. How dare you use my full name in front of all these people?
So as you
Shifters
guys,
super underappreciated. I think they're cool. Yeah.
so as you guys take your short rest, gathering yourselves and your rest up again,
Oh fuck it, we'll use another one.
regain your time and efforts. You guys get yourselves put together, ready to move forward. What are you doing after your short rest? If you guys, as the 6 companions finish their short rests.
We'll just head back to the drow, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like deliver
Yeah.
these.
Did
The
we?
heads.
I don't think we really need to search this place. Did we search it last time? I can't remember.
I
There
don't
wasn't
think we
anything
even
here
need
you
to
guys
search.
found.
Yeah.
I say we probably take a long rest once we get to the drow elves.
Yeah,
And then-
that's fine. Fine
Sure.
by me. You guys need it more than I do.
Oh yeah, I definitely need it. I'm down to 1 spell slot.
Hey.
Alright.
So you continue your journey forward, spending another several hours getting to the point where you were supposed to meet the drow. As you approach the area, your event is very uneventful in the dark, deep caves of the Underdark. Just for giving Zaku some reference to what you guys meet, because Zaku wasn't here last week. You guys finally come across the look of the pair. Oh Jesus, my roll 20's killing me today. Of the 2 figures approaching, followed by their leader. Oh, I see you've all returned.
Barely.
Seeing your return, you just see the 2 twins in the back just kind of go, and just both just kind of go up and give a small coin purse to the leader.
So for your sake,
I
Zaku,
will-
this is what they see. They see a drow, an attractive drow woman in a purple dress with like a snake whip in her hand.
Ooh.
I will approach to like.
My wife.
I'll approach and I'll toss the 3 heads just onto the ground, like there.
And behind her, you also see a pair of twins wielding dual blades.
My husbands.
Bro, I just gotta ask.
Wait, what was the question?
I'm making fun of you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. You know what? I just have 3 hot spouses, so none of your insults can ever hurt me.
To be fair, Michael, I'm pretty sure Zaku's type in D&D is Pulse.
You look jealous, Monzo!
Sorry,
Cam gets the joke of the day.
I'm sad now.
Yeah, sorry, Porosticks. You're not muscly, you're not big and powerful, you cannot... Well, you mean, you could still pump me to the moon, so you know what? You got a chance.
Cam, I would give you an inspiration if Heath would let me.
Cam getting inspiration for what?
Making me laugh.
Joke of the day.
Joke of the day.
What did I didn't hear what Cam said.
When you said that Zaku's type is Pulse, I
only
said sorry, Porostic.
Sticks, you don't got a chance. Yeah.
I tossed the 3 heads, just like kind of bundled together onto
Yeah.
the ground. The
She
job
looks.
is done.
I see that. It looks like you have a competency about you after all in the end. More so than I would expect, to be honest.
Slaving isn't exactly my forte. You just let me apply my skills to something more relevant.
Fair
Zaku's
enough.
health seems so.
Well, in that case, I suppose you're looking for your payment.
I suppose we are.
Well, I was discussing these things with my dear little entourage behind me, and we were thinking of offering you a alternative payment if you wish to listen.
You wish to take this? I think it's a good idea. But there's also nice things in weapons. Well, you see the twins go back and forth.
I'm
Well, can we
willing
choose
to
the
hear you
weapons
out.
if we don't? Yeah.
Very good. As far as my spies have been able to ascertain, you and your group seem to be trying to gather a sort of army, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Well, if you would prefer something other than these magical items, we Drow have a way of, let us say, enhancing your orcish brethren to a level of power far surpassing to what they are now.
Turnavik will think about it.
Like a drug.
Rasha, what were your orders?
To bring these slaves towards the Drow in exchange for magic items. Although, unfortunately, with the lack of slaves, we were only able to get half of them if we completed the task.
I am aware of that.
So are you thinking of just like...
Heath, high or low? High or low?
Low.
Alright, got low. I think I'm going to accept this offer.
my jaw slackens. Just in the background, like...
Well,
Rasha again gives her a scratch of her chin. You wish to join us?
That was not what they said.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I was distracted by the picture, Zaku.
What picture did
What
Zaku
exact-
send?
So it's in chat. It's fine.
Oh, it's a chat. I missed it.
What exactly is this method?
Oh, it's real nasty. I think, but it does get results. I mean, yeah, but
Yes, I have this. Jagged, Nidolith, bring me the vials.
yep, you got it, boss. Your thing. They go. They go into the cave for a second. Yep. Okay. Yep. All right. Got him.
Okay, as
They
the
both-
two twins come forward, you see several vials, what looks to be like this inky, black, thick liquid in them. They almost seem to almost bubble in these glass vials, with almost like an acidic look to them. This, my friends, is distilled and enhanced demon blood. If an orc would drink this item upon a full moon, they will be able to be transformed into a vicious and powerful creature, far superior to what they are now, though a bit unruly if not properly restrained.
Would it be okay
Is
for
this
Rasha to roll an insight
permanent?
check?
Yep, you can roll an insight check.
Yikes.
I mean, but whatever you're trying to insight, you're having an issue trying
I
to
know,
figure out anything with that. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if this is legit. Like this potion's
Yeah,
legit.
I asked, is it permanent?
Oh yes, once the potion is drunk, they will be stuck that way, I'm afraid.
So have to drink it in a full moon or during a full moon.
Yes, drinking it during a full moon. It must be an
And-
orc. Unfortunately, it
Okay.
seems to not work with the other species, and they will be transformed into powerful creatures. Your
And she
kind
has-
may.
Sorry, she has 3 vials, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You may know these creatures in legend and tales. They're known as Tanaruks.
Does Korg have identify?
Kyogre.
No, he doesn't.
Kyogre, sorry.
No,
Shit.
that's not a sorcerer spell.
Really? Okay.
Nope,
that's a shame.
sorcerers cannot learn identify.
Yikes.
Big oof.
Seems legit.
Very well. I
This is sorry.
do apologize for this group's incompetence.
Joss Lackens even more. In the back.
I could cast detect poison disease, maybe.
You could?
Do you guys think I should risk it? I mean, we're kind of already.
Just do it.
All right, now cast detect poison disease.
Do you want to link it to me? Because I needed to read the description for this.
Don't let your dreams be.
For the duration you send this press application of poison.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be harmful to the person.
It is not
Sure sounds like it.
poison.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll fucking hurt
Yeah,
becoming
you don't
the...
detect any poison. I mean, unfortunately, if it was an acid, detect poison and disease. I gotta tell you if it's an acid or any other type of harmful liquid. Just tells you if it's poison.
Rasha kind of looks to.
It's not like they distilled the Rona.
Rasha's
into-
gonna pull the others back and say, as much as I am curious to see this potion at work, I think it's much better if we come back with the actual items in hand.
Why?
Because I'm worried that they might not.
But they were only offering us, like... This is a metagame. But, Heath, they were only offering us, like, one of the magic items, right? Not all of them.
Half.
No, they was
You're-
offering half if we complete the trial.
Yeah, the trial was to get you guys up to half of the magic items you were supposed to go with. And you gather probably the lesser half.
Yeah.
So how many... Do we know how many half is? I can't remember.
5. There's 5 magic items.
5. So we're getting 2.
Rasha.
No, you guys will be getting 5. You were supposed to get
We'll
10.
5.
Rasha's
Yeah.
gonna look back. Can I at least see the items that you are willing to trade beforehand?
I suppose that's fine. And Bring the crate, boys.
You didn't get it. Now it's your turn. No.
Now!
Fine. They just both go. You just shut up. Alright, you get.
Just kind of looks at you, Rasha, with a sigh. Males are so inefficient.
That can be effective at times.
R6 is not having
with
background.
encouragement, and Rasha just kind of casts Thorn Whipping, gives a small snap.
She says as she goes out, she looks over at you with a says, males are only good for one thing, and that's between the legs. Looks over at Poro Sticks, and some of them don't even have that, it would seem.
Oh my god. This lady, what the fuck?
Tumbleweed.
Zaku, just for context, Drow are matriarchal. They're all about fucking women dominance.
Oh my. That explains the dominatrix suit. Got it.
Alright, Mom, we got it.
It's about time. She looks over, and you guys look inside this crate, and none of you have identified. So all you see is a longsword, a shield, a bow, a great axe, and a ring. You have no idea what they are.
At least we cast detect magic too. I'll use it as a ritual though, just to identify.
Do you have it prepared?
I actually do.
Okay, yeah, you can cast it ritually.
Okay. It doesn't tell me what the item is. It just tells me the school.
Yeah, well, they're enchanted, right? That's all you can get out of a magic item. Is the school is enchantment because they're enchanted items.
Okay, they seem legit.
Apparently, Zaku just told the dead someone to death. As you're right, your head explodes.
I guess so. I myself have told the dead.
We just look over and see Cold's coming out. Just somehow is also a clerik now.
Dang! What's up, motherfuckers? I'm back.
Yikes!
Somehow his music got even worse.
Told the fucking what now?
Take those vials.
Rasha will pull the others aside. And we'll convene about what we think we should do. Personally, I'm more of effect to the magic items, since that was what we were going there for, but the vials might be interesting. But it's a risk.
Do not forget you were sent to collect 10.
But 5 is better than none.
Either way.
And if we come back with potions that do not work, it might screw us over more in the long run.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Well, if
I mean, we already completely
doubt
fucked over the Hoard with
this drow.
I detect the magic. The magic items are indeed enchanted, but I don't know which kind. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really wish that Rasnoth was here.
Well, of course. He's an asset.
An ass and an et, yes.
Is this some new age phrase? But okay. I'll just think about that later. Well,
what do you think?
As much as I think the magic items are what we're supposed to be for, I think Master Gromogrim would like to see these potions in action. Zaku.
Novik, what do you think? I trust your word.
Well, coming back with half of the commanded reward looks bad. Coming back with an alternate reward perhaps will reflect better, especially if they work as we have been told.
If they work as they're told. That's the main thing.
Well, none of us are orcs, and it's not the...
Just for clarification, guys, are you saying all this right in front of the drow?
No, I pulled him aside, I said.
Okay.
Oh, I turned to pretending like he hasn't huddled up. He's just standing there talking. I can hear everything. I turned to...
What does
I trust the ability of the drow.
I trust their
But
ability
seem
too.
the type to deceive
I'm like-
us.
Surely
what's
they
Gazrog?
don't give a fuck about our discussions.
What does Gazrog and Kyrog and Larens
Wouldn't
think?
you like to know, Weather Boy?
Where are your
Curious.
parents?
I don't think they'll say anything.
Yeah.
They all
You can't ask
collectively
the opinion
shrug.
of people that aren't here, dude.
Fair
Like,
enough.
what, you expecting Heath to answer for them?
They all collectively shrug.
Mm.
Oh,
Only me just starts going. Just starts saying, "Do those potions taste like cotton candy?"
you shut your geriatric mouth.
If your guys take much longer, Aturnovic's just gonna make the decision for the group.
I don't give a fuck what you decide. I'm already dead.
Rasha kind of looks back.
Ultimate.
If you other two think that the potions are worth the risk, all right, we take the potions.
Yeah, they're obviously not gonna fuck over business partners, especially when we did them a favor
All
Aturnovic,
right.
cool.
for a trade.
I would like to accept your proposal for those vials of blood.
Very well. We will give you the 3 vials, and of course, if you wish more of such magic items, you are more than willing to bring us more slaves. We'll be in touch then.
Just hopefully good ones this time. Yeah, you just see one of the twins just juggling the potions.
Please do not be careful with those. We risk our lives for them.
Just catches them.
Trolls.
I mean, it's all our lives. No, it is not, and that's what makes me happy. Me too.
Slaves may be some of my companions for days. Should you need some more extermination, I am more than happy to be of assistance.
What's the woman's name again?
Zalus.
Zalis.
Yeah.
Zalis. As much as I was disagreeing before, I was slightly disagreeing before. I'm slowly turning to your side on the comment before about men.
Oh,
I figured you would. You
I'm
seem like a
confused.
smart woman.
Smart women surrounded by a lot of. Well, these ones are pretty smart, but at least most of them.
Wait, that's a woman? Yeah, it's a woman. What do you think that was? What those curves were for? Huh?
Rasha's gonna just peer at them. Can I whip one of them, please? No, actually, you know what? No point in spoiling relations.
Not that I
Can't
would
believe the
mind.
character with -1 charisma is better at talking.
you're giving us men a bad name, you tweens. And I'm already dead. I'd rather not.
I don't have
roll
a
in my
-1
own
charisma. What are you talking
grave.
I'm not talking about you.
about? Oh. We haven't rolled a charisma check yet. So. Alright, Rasha will just nod and say, alright, I trust you with the potions.
Very well. Now that if you are all prepared, we will get everything together. If you are finished, you may leave when you're ready.
Have I got the vials?
Right.
Yeah, you guys have the 3 vials. You can put 3 demon blood vials in your inventory.
What are they called again? I mean, not that I would know for my character, but
Oh, the monsters
Just-
that they turn,
The
the creatures they turn
They're
into.
winged horrors.
No. The ones they turn into. They're like
called
two
a
little something.
Tomahawk or something.
Yeah.
It's
Toblerone
Tan
chocolate?
Uruk. It's TANARUKK.
Tomahawk.
Man. Toblerone though. Turning into
Toblerone is
Toblerone.
so
Best.
bullshit.
Yeah.
The Rev understands.
Best trade we've ever done in this game.
Turn your orcs into Toblerones. Yep, this is
Yep.
welcome to the boo magic.
I'll take the vials and just walk away.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
think we should
I
split them up
follow.
amongst the parties that way in case we get captured? They're not all found.
And
well,
still got them.
I know, I'm talking to our
it's
tenant.
fine.
Yeah.
It's better if one has them, right? So then that one person can just like book it. Also, Eternovic can like make more of himself. I haven't really asked about that yet, but he can make more of himself, right?
Alright, if
Yes, I
you
can.
trust him. Let's go and camp out for the night. I'm exhausted.
Sure.
Yeah,
Rasha,
yep.
if that
Sorry.
whip ever touches me, you will lose a hand.
I wasn't aiming it at you. I was aiming at the drow elf that was juggling our prize.
I'm aware of this. My point still stands.
Or
Well,
is this about
luckily,
that,
I
like,
have no reason to attack you.
is this about the gender identity politics thing? Because I'm not like updated on that.
We don't really talk about it amongst knows. As long as you're strong, it does not matter.
Oh,
I am willing to suffer indignities from our allies, but I will not tolerate it from you.
As you guys start talking about that, the other you look over to see that Cairo, Spiral Mine, Lyra, and Gazrog all look over at you, and he goes, "Well, I have to say your incompetence consists of great." And all of a sudden, you see Cairo kind of like start
no.
viciously start to like dissipate, while Gazrog and Lyra standing next to him dissipate with him. A large thundering crack echoes out, and the three of them disappear.
Bye.
Oh, so that's how
That
it happened
man
the first time, huh?
Hilariously incompetent for his status.
Family gets you everywhere, I guess.
It would seem so.
Seems counterintuitive to the Horde, but I suppose even within us exceptions must be made.
I just wish I was better, really, and I just make practice stabbing motions in the air.
You will improve in time, don't worry.
I don't know if I can. I'm already dead, Rasha.
It's not about your muscles, it's about your fighting style.
Right.
So just keep practicing, and I am sure you will be more than even what Ember Vicar expected you to be. And he expects great things out of you.
Does he?
Does it though? I was thinking that, but I'm glad you said it first, because it'd be awkward if I said it first. It's like whatever.
I mean, Rasha doesn't know much about Ember Flicker, so she's just kind of giving Poristix just a pat on the back, basically.
You try to
Yeah,
give him a
I
pep talk,
appreciate
and Tournamic's just like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, apparently he's made better creations, so I'm just like, what am I here for?
Well, as long as you do not kill any more party members, I think you will be more than a great addition.
I
to
didn't
the
kill any
Horde.
party members.
Yes,
I
you
suffered
did.
liabilities,
Well,
like the cancer they are.
Admirable trait.
Rasha just shakes her head. Well, I was not around long enough to be around Druckle, but it was quite a show, nonetheless. Do you guys want me to start making survival checks to start making it set up camp or something?
Sure.
Alright,
You're our best tracker here.
alright.
Survivalist.
Dirty 20.
Oh, so gross. That nasty bunny.
It's not natural. It's fake.
You need some essential oils. All natural.
Trust me, do you not want to see a known oil?
Essential
It's terrible.
oils 20.
It's 2020, my dudes. It is our time. Hopefully.
Trust me, the last year has not been our time.
Oh, no, it's not.
If it's anything, it's kind of the opposite of that.
So, anyways,
It's
you
what the
guys
fuck are going through.
set up camp. I'm going to do a little bit of fast forward just to move things along a tad.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Fair.
So as you guys get set up your camp and leave camp, you guys begin your long march back towards the camp home. Did you want us to follow the same route you took here, or were you taking a more direct route?
Oh, same.
If we take
We
the
don't,
same
well,
route,
no, we don't
go-
have the slaves anymore. We don't have the slaves anymore. We can just take a direct route.
Also, but we might
Oh,
run
we
into
are a
somebody.
much smaller party, so it'll be
We
easier.
might run into
to,
somebody
like-
either way.
Yeah,
I mean, it would probably be faster just to take the main route.
to the direct
but-
route. Yeah, sure. I can't wait to do my report and maybe like get disintegrated and die another time or something.
I'll try to make sure you don't do that, Potter Sticks.
So you guys decide to take a direct route back to camp and start
That's
crossing the
really
mountains.
yours to say.
Several days pass as you guys, about day 5 hits, as you guys move across the mountaintops in the difficult terrain, moving in and entering the forest through the mountains. As you get to the forests, moving along, having your long trips, treacherous through rain, mud, occasionally having to dodge the occasional creatures out in the wilds, killing off some random low-level creatures that came around to you, but mostly uneventful. But as you reach the woods, and you guys set up your camp for this time in the woods camp, finally out of the mountains into the forests, you start hearing approaching footsteps in the distance as you guys set up your fire camp. You look over to see approaching your camp a strange figure, large and imposing. Zaka, would you like to describe your character?
Fuck, I thought it was
Oh,
Judah.
but-
Damn it!
Cole got fucking ripped.
He got fucking ripped, you know. He was going through some physical therapy and decided, I'm just gonna start doing push-ups now. Yeah, so imposing in the what time what's the hour here?
It's about late evening. The sun hasn't quite dipped yet, but it's getting close.
Charcoal. Yeah, so as you see, before you, coming closer, is the imposing 6'3" creature with glowing green yellow eyes. There is a rather assured yet elegant stride in this person's step, and as the creature comes into the light, you see before you is a lizard folk person. Scanning about, doesn't seem to be bothered by the fact that all of you, of course, are monsters just like this person. And coming closer, you see that she has clothing that is somewhat well kept, a bit dirty towards the bottom as she's been trekking through the woods trying to find this group. A flowing scarf, you see the what do you call it? Not even like the fins, scale things on the back of the head. A mix of frills, that's the one, yeah. Frills of a mix of like a strange, fleshy magenta and green, and these somewhat iridescent looking scales. And I will post the picture in the general chat. So, mhm.
Did you draw this yourself, Zaku?
I did.
I like it.
Thank you. I speed drew it in like 20 minutes. So, ta-da!
That would take me all day.
She definitely looks like the kind of person.
That's the kind of
Two
thing I
people-
would spend like 2 days on.
I love messy brushes because I just. But yep. And what did you say, Andy?
She looks like she is looking at us very disdainly.
Maybe.
Maybe she is.
Maybe.
As you
Step on me, I
approach
mean, what?
the camp, as you approach the camp, you would see Iternovic has probably appropriated some sort of large boulder, or if he couldn't find one, he might have made like a tree stump. So he's like sitting hunched over near the fire.
Oh, I thought
See,
you were gonna
he-
say that you appropriated a tree stump or a boulder to work out, and I was like, what?
I thought you were gonna hold it up menacing, like, who
He's
the
sitting,
fuck
he's
are
sitting
you?
down hunched over, and he like looks up at you as you approach. Did you listen to the episodes where Iternovic and Rasha got introduced?
Yeah. I haven't really been able to listen to any of the recordings.
No, yeah,
so
that's right. I was just wondering,
yeah.
because like you wouldn't have the descriptions of our character.
Ah. Well, if you guys want to describe real quick as to see what this character is seeing.
Let me just pull up a picture of Rasha just so I can.
I'm
I'm a
gonna
skeleton
roll.
man.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna see if he cares. 7. No, he doesn't care. He looks up at you as he's sitting down, and he just looks back at the fire after a moment.
Rasha, in the meanwhile, is going to be the complete opposite. She is going to hop onto her feet and have her club at the ready. Does she know what a lizard folk is? Like, has she seen any?
They're
with,
part of
Hoard?
the Horde races. They're part of Horde races. They're from the mountains.
Are they still kind of the utilitarian, like, oh, our companion has died. Cool, a feast. Type.
That's just what the Horde is like. That's
Yeah.
literally the Horde.
Yeah.
Generally, the Horde and like
Yeah, that's true,
Rulebot
but-
literally knocked out a goblin and threw him into the pot. So
The first thing that happened in the first session was a Minotaur tried to fight Brugo Flesh Reaver. He got obliterated and then thrown into the pot. That was the first thing we saw.
Fresh protein.
So,
I mean,
yes.
to be fair, he's a cow though. It's more natural that way.
And
If
goblins
anything, well, I guess it depends on roles, because I guess you could tell them what you told me about lizard folk when I
I was
asked
about to say,
them.
as you guys look over at Rasha and Alternative, you actually do recognize Greer. She's one of the clerics that came down with you guys from the mountain. It was one of the clerics who served underneath of the head priestess. As you guys
I'm gonna go
get
ahead
a
and put
closer
air quote
look.
in the came down with in Oturnovic's case.
Yeah. But, you recognize her as Adoraz, or as one of Adoraz's priestesses that came with you.
Oh, okay. Cole, Zaku, how would you describe your character before we met? Would you say that Rasha's kind of a straight arrow? She kind of likes doing things by the books.
Mhm.
Would you say that Greer would get along with Rasha, or do you think it's more kind of a Cole situation again?
Cordial, I'd say.
Cordial. So
Yeah.
they're not great friends, but they're
They're not. Yeah, they're agreeable. They work together fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rasha's gonna hop up. It takes a few minutes because it's getting dark out and her vision's not quite fully grayed out or fully colorized because of the night. She's gonna just slowly approach you and say, "I'm sorry, but we do not have any dead corpse." Oh, good here. Is that you?
It is.
I flip Russia off in the background.
You get a
I'm
donut
sorry.
free
I'm
for-
sorry, Potter Sticks, but you'd have no meat on you. I apologize.
I accept the apology.
Since
Maybe
you've
Greer.
approached her, you should describe Rasha to Zaku.
Yes, sure. Let me pull up the picture of Rasha I had in mind.
She looks so beautiful.
She kind of looks like. I actually really like the picture that Heath sent me because it kind of looks kind of like the same as like the Avatar kind of art style. But unfortunately, I can't find it online anymore. So whatever.
Dude, man, it should be. I
Russia
can just
looks
blow up
like-
your token.
A token.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Rasha looks like she could be in a hair commercial.
L'Oreal.
Yeah.
It's like you owe me a Coke. Anyway.
Also, by the
yeah,
way,
yeah,
Andy,
sure.
since I sent it online, it should be in our PM messaging.
Is it? Let me check.
I can Google reverse.
I literally have it right here. I will
find
link
fucking
it.
art.
I got it. Don't worry. I will copy the link over.
I
here
will
we
find
go.
the original artist.
He's got it. All right. It's not a problem.
God, we're
I
so
mean-
dysfunctional.
I'll take care of you, children.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah. It's basically she's wearing kind of more of a leathery. It's more of like a hide. What are those things called for on your reins? I can't remember. Poncho. It's kind of like a like a leathery poncho with a scarf around her neck and a couple of rings around her neck. You know, garter. Also a couple of piercings on the top of her right ear, and she looked a bit more civilized, but compared to most gnolls, but like her hands, they look uncleaned. They look kind of more bestial. With a silver ring on her left finger.
You too, Zaku, would also know that is the elder sister of Ruffs.
Other sister. Right.
I love the moment of who was Ross and then the recognition and then the giggle.
I just immediately yes.
At first I was
I'm
going to
born.
name her stuff, but I kind of realized that might not really work for her
Rough and
character
stuff.
concept. So,
Yeah,
rough and
as Rasha has approached you and your imposing figure looks down upon her and you look down upon a Turnavik sitting down, he will slowly stand up, and as he does, you see a dark grey minotaur standing at 7'8", as he walks up to you and imposes down over you. You see him wearing chainmail that's been oxidized and rusted and dinged, and it's almost black. And his great axe that he carries loosely at his side has got nicks and rust spots, as if it's been through decades of use. You've been sent by the Hoard.
let's discuss another babysitter.
Zaku,
Innocence. Huh?
Just quick, because I can't remember if I told you exactly what's happening. Right now, what you're aware of, Zaku, as your character is, you were sent to go collect these guys because the camp is about to fucking book it because someone fucked up so bad that the camp is in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Who those could be?
Quick question, Heath. How far are we from a full moon?
Let me check the calendar. It is right now the
If
4th.
it's the new moon, this is the worst trade.
You. It's tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Well.
You guys should have thought of that beforehand.
Look, I as a
No, but
player
we
thought of
walked.
that. My Turnavik didn't. That's the thing.
It wasn't the full moon yet when we got it.
No, I literally had the question in my mind, like, it would make sense to ask, when is the next full moon? But Turnavik wouldn't be thinking like that.
Well, they happen every month,
I don't
guys.
care.
It's the first week of every month is the full moon.
You'll forget that Iternavik's his major flaw is that he just has a one-track mind. He sees a goal and he's like, I'm just going towards that. I don't give a fuck about anything else that happens in between.
I don't care when the next full moon is. There's always gonna be a full moon. Why would I ask?
That's true.
Well, either way, seeing the familiar faces of Rasha and Atunavik, Greer, she bows her head slightly in greeting and turns an eye to Porostix You can see a bit of the scales on her brow line raise a bit.
Yikes! So high.
Don't worry, he is just my chew toy.
Oh, fuck
Chutoy.
off.
I was told that there are more party members.
Actually,
They
Zaku,
got diverted.
one other thing you'd be recognized when the other three disappeared, they popped up in camp.
But I was already walking towards these guys.
Yeah, you probably
right?
would
We're
walk
still like a
towards
day
these
away.
guys. That's true. Yeah, they
Yeah,
popped
so I
up
wouldn't
in
have known.
camp.
Rasha's gonna say, they've been
Also-
diverted.
Also, you wouldn't have seen Eternovik since you guys left the mountain. He's been MIA for the past month or something. It's been.
I think we've only been at this for 3 weeks, haven't we?
No, but he got lost at the beginning. It's been over a couple months. He's been missing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been MIA. This is the first time you've seen him since you guys left the mountain.
Okay.
Zaku, what
Yes.
what sort of cleric are you again? Sorry.
I am Grave Cleric.
Grave cleric, okay.
The good one.
Yes.
I hope she doesn't care about my existence, yo.
It's nice to have
Like
another
3
cleric.
weeks ago when I was like, "Where's Dev? Where's Tel when you need her?"
Yeah, there it is.
Now we have
What?
Tel.
Yeah, tell.
Either way though, after looking poor Six over and Rasha telling Shutai, look back at him, and again, slight bow of the head. Either way, Shutai or not, my name is Greer. I came from the mountain from which the Hoard originated from. I'm a cleric under Lady Adras.
Oh,
And I hope to keep this party up as long as I'm here. If you also keep me.
What-
However, I'm not here just for babysitting. I have bad news.
oh,
Oh,
just
and
bad news.
I mean, it is quite obvious that everything has gone to shit. But what's one more set of bad news, really?
Yeah,
Well-
just lay it on us.
The Hoard is relocating. Somebody had released the location. So we're compromised. We must move. And until then, I'm under order to watch over you. And she looks at Turnivik. And welcome back.
I would say it's good to be back, but that is not true.
Well, with the reports I've been getting, doesn't sound like it. She looks up at him, looks at the rest, generally unimpressed, but doesn't comment more on it.
Eternovik will also look over his shoulder at Russia and Poristix, just being like, "God, that fucked up so hard."
She'll
I just feel like I've died 1,000 more deaths from the shame.
Rasha just kind of looks like she's just ready to, it kind of alternates. Like sometimes she just feels like giving up, and another time she's like, if I give up now, I'm probably not going to get my honor back. So, gotta keep going until I do.
I appreciate having another competent force around here.
Agreed. It is nice to have another capable fighter or spellcaster. Sorry.
Not too much in the front, but we'll see. Hopefully, we do not run into any more unnecessary battles.
Hitters.
Where are the others? Were they captured as well?
Well,
Sorry.
A lot of
Whisked away
information.
by Sir Kyorg.
Well, let us recap you with a couple of what has happened to us since then.
She leans back and crosses her arms.
Kyrog, Lider, and Gezrog, they were taken from us, probably teleported from a new friend that we made a while back, thankfully.
No, that was pure untamed magic.
Well.
And this Lyra is a new ally that we have acquired.
No, I'm talking about the Oni. I think that's who teleported them. That's what I was...
It was not who teleported them, I can assure you. Assure you.
Alright.
Don't forget that, like, Atonovic does have, like, limited arcane knowledge.
Oh, Eatmeat.
It sounded like the same way he entered.
Yeah.
Eatmeat, went off on his own. And personally, I think it's for the best.
I've heard stories of him. Not surprised.
Yes, let's just say he got attached to one of the humans, or smoothskins, I apologize.
Be glad you did not have the displeasure of meeting him.
Let's see. What, I assume Quill and Cole were not, there when we...
No,
they were tired. Yeah, they were tired out.
Nah,
Well,
I
like-
know about them. I took care of them. Especially that Cole. The others would not stop talking about them. And you could see the exasperation in her eyes just widening a bit, and then, back to neutral.
Sounds ominous.
Let's see.
Less ominous, more annoying, if anything.
I think that is all that we are mentioned. You probably already know what happened to that, one of the two goblins at least.
I've heard. I don't care.
Fair
They
enough.
made their choices. I will not account for them. Alright, so
So
3
we're
are
the
at the
only
camp,
ones.
and the rest are moving.
We should
Hopefully
probably
hopefully they don't teleport in the wrong location. They are moving now. And Heath, where is the current new camp headed towards? Or
Right
are they
now,
still looking?
you guys you still have to return to the camp at the moment. The camp hasn't broken yet. They're meant to break in 2 days.
2 days.
You
Okay.
guys have 2 more days before you get back to camp. They're ready to break. You're about 2 days out from camp at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I know what time they're planning to?
They will be breaking early dawn next morning. Basically, right now they're making sure they gather all the stuff and try to leave as little a trail as possible, because obviously finding their new home would be pointless to be instantly discovered by anyone who would track them down.
Yeah.
So you are aware that the higher ups are getting everything ready to try to, as much as it is possible, to move an army of ogres, giants, and other 8-ton monsters as stealthily as possible.
Okay. Would it be, given our location, would we make it back in time?
Yes, you guys, you should be able to make it back in time.
Okay. Then I'm going to resend one of the comments earlier about, them already being gone.
Heath,
Okay.
we are 3 weeks in from the start of the campaign, right?
You're actually now a full month in.
Okay, and you said 6 months before the Hoard attacks, correct?
You have 5 more months. Right now, you guys, giving the date, it is the 4th day.
Then maybe the potions were not
Goliath.
in vain. They could be used for later.
Yeah, Goliath tune. So you have 5 months, and you guys are attacking the first day of the first month is the time for the Horde, and that is on Elfonis.
Happy New Year! Okay.
The Horde will attack the first day of Elfonis, while the rest of you guys will be and you guys have 5 more months to get this going.
Okay. Then in continuation...
We have more marching to do.
Little more, we'll be able to make it back to camp as they start the break.
Maybe we
need
should start
location
heading out
enemies.
now. Are you still tired, Giri? From your
No.
journey to over here?
Just stroll, and I was already told about your general location. You want to head out now? And she takes a quick look around everyone just to see what their health status is. But seeing as they're
Did we have a rest?
Dude,
You
it's
guys
been
have
5 days. You guys have had 5
Many
of them.
rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
even if we gain a level of exhaustion, we'd probably be able to camp out the day before. Because it takes 2 days to get back to camp, so we have one more day to rest.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, she looks over everybody, sees that they are unharmed. Well, I'm ready to move if you are.
Alright. Are the other two ready?
Of course.
I travel light.
Alright. Then I think we're ready. Let's make sure we cover our tracks, though.
Do you not have a spell for that?
I mean, I could cast Crane Store Water. But is it really worth casting a spell just to...
Well, that's not the
Question.
spell I had in mind, but
Would survival also include being able to cover our tracks?
Yes, that's actually part of the thing survival encompasses.
Okay,
Alright,
then I'll just roll a survival.
Yeah, in that case, before you do, Rasha, since you are familiar with Rhea, you would know that she's also proficient in survival, so
Okay,
roll with advantage. She's going to help
cheers.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, girl power.
Oh, thank you.
Go power!
High five.
Okay, so you
She
roll.
holds a high five, she doesn't give it back.
You seem to be doing a good job as you guys cover your trail, covering your tracks, making sure they're keeping yourselves from breaking branches and removing tracks and trails and footprints. Basically, moving throughout the night as silently as possible. So you're not going to rest for the night and just continue on ahead. So you all take a point of exhaustion.
I thought we roll for it the first night.
No, if you guys are going in a 24-hour mark, you just gain a point of exhaustion. You roll for it if you're just pushing yourselves, but then over a night. But if you guys are like going the full 48 hours without a rest, right?
Okay.
48 hours.
Wait.
We're just rushing a little bit for a.
Well, no, Greer mentioned that we'd be able to do normal travel.
Yeah,
Like,
you guys would be
We
able.
don't-
If
we
you
don't
guys
have
don't,
to-
you don't have to push yourselves to make it in time.
yeah, she did
Yeah.
mention that. I figured, well, I guess I should have said this ahead of time. Yeah, we're not, like, if we're going to be traveling that far without rest, eventually, like she would say, you guys, we don't have to, I just said, we don't have to, rush. So, I mean,
Oh, okay.
I mean, Atonovic's completely open to just continuing and taking the exhaustion. He's been doing it for ages. He doesn't care much.
I mean, if you guys want perception, survival, and insight, it might be worth.
I think
taking
if,
note.
Also, you guys are moving at half speed because one of you is. 2 of you are blind right now because it's also the middle of the night. 2 of you are not dark vision races.
Oh, right. I have dark vision though, so I can. Wait, do
That only
do
lasts.
lizard folk do not have dark vision?
Lizard
we
folk do
do
not have
not.
dark vision.
but since
No.
we are moving stealthily, for
Let's
now,
just
I'm
do it
keeping my eye on-
Stealthily.
Would I be able to say that, like, as daylight is breaking, that we can, like, rest through? Because she'd mentioned, or is it, like, too late to say that we're gonna have to take the exhaustion? Just wondering.
I mean, you don't have to yet. You guys can still change your mind because I am letting you know how this will work. Because, again, 2 of you are blind in the middle of the night. If you're moving through without camp.
Let's just do it normally.
Getting-
Sorry.
getting-
Let's just do
Fair
it
enough.
normally then if you can't see in the dark.
Atonovic shrugs.
Maybe
Looking
it's best.
It does not bother me.
does not bother you. What about the rest? We do not need
Mainly
to
looking out
rush.
for the-
We do have
That's
time.
what she said. So let's just take the time.
All right.
So if you need
Do you
to
want to
work
camp with
hard
us,
at the-
Goodrear, or are you going to set up your own camp?
She looks around. Well, I am here. There's no point to separate. I will stay.
Fair enough. All right. We'll go in the morning then.
Stop measuring. Makes me so scared.
Woobity woo! Upon.
Rasha, before she heads for her sleep, she's going to cast Good Berry
No, my God, no! I'm so
to make some
stressed.
good berries for everybody that cares, at least.
Yeah, so guys, you make your good berries.
Woo!
As I say, those cannot be used to bring people up from.
I know.
I'm just
It's more for.
I know you can. I'm
it's
just
more
reminding people because
I'm
Can
just
I
doing
try
it
and
because
eat
they probably have
one?
not eaten anything decent in a while. So,
Kind of will take one.
all right,
I'm gonna try and eat one. Can I try and eat one?
sure. As long as I get to try to throw one in your mouth.
Oh, I don't think I'd like that trade actually.
Rasha just shakes her head. It's like, okay, fine. You can just have one.
Thanks.
Bounces down his ribcage. Like, I'm
So like,
Boing, boing, boing,
Well,
boing.
Rasha's just gonna pick it up. Well, it was worth a shot at least.
We're,
Hey, Goodyear,
Just-
catch. And she's gonna throw one towards Goodyear.
it just flies
I'm-
and she doesn't give a fuck.
yeah, I was about to say, Rasha says, "Hey, catch," but Greer makes no motion whatsoever at the mention of it, and just stares at her. Holds out
Okay,
her
fine.
hand.
I was giving you free food, but whatever.
And she
I would
holds up her
rather-
hand.
She holds up her hand.
It's
Was
She-
fine.
Gria
in her
custom
hand.
designed to get along with Raznov?
God,
Just as like a direct opposite to Cole.
correct opposite. But does Rasha hand the berry or no?
Oh yeah, she'll hand him a berry. Just
Okay,
she's
just
gonna,
to,
but the one's dirty now on the ground. She just it lightly tapped against her shoulder and just fell to the ground. It's like, okay, fine. And you one normally.
I like to imagine.
she takes it, hands the berry back, and she, thank you. And when you see it, she eats it, but her maw it just opens up, and just kind of.
She's
I thought
trying.
you were gonna
she's
be like Eldritch horror, like. "Mwah."
You could see very sharp rows of teeth, and for some reason, when the berry gets mashed up in between that maw, it kind of looks like blood. But not that it matters really.
Like, If
So
only I
also
was
the
alive,
berry
I'd
tastes
so
like
tap
Swedish
that.
berries. By the way, so
Say that one more time.
the berry tastes like Swedish berries candy, like
Ooh,
what are those gummies called? I can't remember. Hey, whatever. It doesn't
Swedish
matter.
fish.
Yeah, I guess Swedish fish.
they're Swedish fish. Swedish berries is the name of the gummy.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember like the brand that makes them.
Actually, by the way, do you guys know what bait you should use to catch a Swedish fish?
Gummy worms.
A sour gummy worm.
Yeah.
Really? Isn't Swedish fish like actually disgusting?
No, Swedish fish are great.
No,
The
not
gummies,
sour.
anyways.
Really?
Not the
Okay.
candy. Do you mean the actual fish?
Yeah,
Mm.
I heard that it's terrible.
Might be. I don't know.
I mean, just
Anyways,
depends on how you.
Back on track, guys.
Very sorry.
As you guys gather
I-
yourselves around camp and set up camp for the night, you set up a fire, I'm assuming, since, again, two of you are
Yeah.
blind without it.
I will
And,
take the first watch.
Would you like dark vision?
If you choose, you can save it for Korea there. I will simply light a torch.
I can cast it a couple times. Don't worry about it. Rasha will then put her hand on both Goodyear and Novak and cast dark vision.
Okay.
Ooh.
I get them back in the morning. Don't worry about it.
That will give you your
Thank
dark
you,
vision.
Rasha.
Of course.
In that case, then, I shall take second watch.
I'll take third.
Hmm.
But R6, do you want to just be an active sentry? In case one of us falls
Well,
asleep?
I have to pick one that I don't actually just watch in.
Okay.
So who is taking last?
I took
Rasha.
last.
You. So I'll just sleep then. I'll just stay up for the first.
As long as I get to avoid Rasha, it's all good.
Yeah, I don't want to be a cheater, that'd be so horrible.
Hey, Rasha was giving you nice words of encouragement. She deserves to get a
Rush is
little
just
jab in.
listening to the thing. There's only one thing men are good for. Okay, so first watch is Novik and Porostix. So
So as I go to take my watch, you would because as everyone goes to settle down and then a turn of it goes to set up for his watch, you just see him walk, and as he does, a shadow of himself gets left behind.
Show off.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Actually, how
I
far
don't
away-
think I'll ever get used to that,
Yeah.
but yeah.
The other one moves over to there.
So is it like a perfect image, or is it kind of more like a cloud, like a misty kind of? representation?
It's a perfect replication, but it's in like grayscale.
Okay. That's actually pretty cool.
Well, I guess I can get used to that. I know which one's real.
Greer, before falling asleep, she just watches this as it goes, seeing this grayscale figure. And will then move over to her side and gets comfortable. And just will hold on to her holy symbol and mutters a couple prayers before laying down. Hoping, praying to Groosh that their safety upon slumber.
I do my surveillance camera routine.
Dee-dee.
Just tilting the head.
Dee-dee. Basically, you kind of like have your heads going side to side like a sprinkler.
It's like a radar. It's just like a radar. He's just like, I have a ping over here.
Or this guy just spins constantly in the spot
sorry.
while the body's just.
No. He just takes up his head and just like puts his arm up, and then his wrist just dislocates and just spins.
Rasha pulls out a book of
and be
gender
like,
politics. Just begins reading it out of nowhere.
Okay. So as you guys sit down and ready thing, if you two wish to converse with each other, you may do so. Otherwise, I will just tell you what you see for your watch.
Turnavik probably won't initiate a conversation tonight.
I just had one question.
He looks
If
over
you
his
would let
shoulder,
me.
and that is
So you. And then I kind of just like glance towards Rasha and Greer. You all know each other in the Blood Valley?
Well, yes, perhaps not closely, but I was aware of their presence.
He just nods. That's all.
Very well. But, not quite sure what Rasha did, but I probably spent more time talking to Gromulgrimp than Ardraz. I was not very familiar with Greer prior to this.
Right. Okay.
Seems to be of the okay sort. And he turns back around and continues watching.
As you guys gather yourselves together in a rotate, you scan the night sky. Novik, you're a little busy, like having a staring contest with your clone as you just look to see who would blink first. Not really paying attention to anything around you. Prostix, you're wide, glowing eyes are just scanning the area perfectly. Nothing seems to catch your notice as the first watch goes without incident. As the time passes, though, you start feeling the tiredness hit you, Novik, as you go and wake up.
Wake up,
Greer.
It takes her only a second before she is awoken, though you can hear just the slightest snarl through her teeth as she does so, and looks up at him, and immediately it ceases.
The grayscale Turnavik gently shakes you awake and raises an eyebrow at the snarl that you give. It is your watch. And then the one that wakes you up just dissipates.
She watches the puff of smoke, and just more out of amusement of it, just kind of puts her hand through what's left as it dissipates. And sits up to stretch. Alright. Did you see anything?
No.
No. An uneventful night.
Good. He looks at Horror Sticks. What are you going for a second watch?
Yes.
Alright. And Greer, with now the dark vision, right?
It's for 8 hours.
Yep, for 8 hours. Heck, yeah, with dark vision, she seems to scan the tree line with these literally new eyes, blinking hard once. And for anyone who's watching, you could see her pupils just dilate just a little bit to the adjusted vision. And she stands really proper, which is strange, given that from what you guys... well, actually, what do you guys know about lizard folk? You guys as characters.
Fuck all.
They eat a lot of... they have a very utilitarian style of society. That's pretty much it.
Turnavik would probably just know, like, the very basics.
Okay. If anything, normally a lot of lizard folk, at least in this world, are tribal-esque, almost caveman-like, and they function a bit more off of instinct and eating and survival, kind of like the other monstrous races that you guys have encountered. But for some reason, she sits up proper. Doesn't make much motion outside of that. Keeps her ears open. Occasionally, when she hears the snap of a twig or something, she'll help it turn slightly. Just enough, while keeping everything else in her peripherals. And then looks back at Polisticks.
If I could sweat, I would.
She stares at him for a good while.
I'm so intimidated, and that's why my perception's 6.
Did Polisticks, did he get introduced yet? Like, name-wise?
Name? No.
Okay. Then that
He was still like... So,
You'd probably be aware of him,
I mean, you would know Porosticks because you were in the camp.
yeah.
You would have seen Porosticks
Okay.
around.
I've seen him around.
Especially
Alright,
with
so-
all the argument your priestess has with his master.
That is
I'd
true.
just say,
Okay.
like, there's for sure, like, Ardris has complained about it at some point.
In that case, then, looks at him. So, you've gotten your fresh air out well? And gives a little raise of a brow, implying about the constant arguments that those two have had, and they've probably had to sit back and listen to. Mom and Dad are fighting.
Their business is their business. He grimaces. You can't tell the difference. He has no muscles.
For one, enjoy the silence. That comes with the roots. At the least, I hope it stays that way.
There was a significant amount of time where there wasn't much silence between this bard and this troll and this goblin that is not with us anymore.
I've heard those stories. You know, for a bard, for someone who talks so much, he says so very but little bandage helps a long way. And she just does the motion of right over the mouth.
When you get to shame your own characters.
I
It's
feel like
been called 2020.
as soon as like Grez was like introduced into the campaign, I feel like Rasnell is just somewhere in the world is just like balance has been restored.
Meanwhile, Cole somewhere in the ICU, just or no, in Groma's kitchen, just someone's talking about me. I don't like it.
No, he's just in the infirmary tent, just like he got into a fight and all of his like bones are broken, so he's just like
His bones got broken, aka he got put in too many bandages, so then he couldn't move.
Call the mummy man.
The mummy man. But yeah, she continues to stare, and despite the bit of sass and roasting of said bard, it's as if she hasn't blinked for a while.
I mean, like,
You're gonna have a fucking staring contest in Forest City?
with a skeleton, you can't win.
If the man...
Guess who else hasn't blinked in a while?
Who else hasn't blinked?
You can't blink.
Just to see if the skeleton could make a metaphorical sweat again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
After a while of staring, though, she looks back to the tree line, and she's continued to
He's
sit
thinking
there.
about if he could feel attraction as a dead person. He's really like.
I gotta ask Golmugger if he can make me into a zombie instead of a skeleton next time.
I'm
You
like,
know, looking for a boner, not the kind he was thinking of, you know?
like first it was Drow Lady and now this, and I'm like, wow, okay, well.
Well,
I discovered something about my character today.
unless he asks anything
Y'all
else.
can have the bandit leader as mine.
What do I know about Adrassi? Like the religion rather.
Oh, the religion of their god. Well, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
not a hell of a lot, honestly. It's not as if Grumble Grimp was trying to convert you. You're a goddamn tool. It's not like he went around like, the great god expects. It's like, you're here to die and die again and do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah. I was more like, am I aware of the weird like grave? Is the grave cleric and like undead thing a thing?
Not really
Or
a
am
big
I aware
thing.
of it?
It's
Okay.
I mean, you are. I mean, just roll me a religion check. This will be what your character would remember from his previous life hints.
Yikes.
11.
That's actually not too bad.
So what you do know with the 11 is clerics. You something in your back of your head. You used to be friends with a cleric. You think there was something about clerics in your head. And clerics can revive, can make skeletons if they want to.
Right.
Please tell me it's holy meat that you remember.
Do I fondly remember this cleric when I like?
Yeah, you remember he was
Told
someone
it.
who taught you something. You remember him teaching you all the things, and you remember that he had the clerics had the capability of making skeletons and zombies, though it's a little bit of a faux pas amongst most of their kind. It's not something they like to do.
Okay,
But it is well in their wheelhouse.
sure. So
Grave clerics, they're not really specifically designed to make undead. They're more about taking care of the corpses of the dead.
it's
In
more
the
like, don't they
cases
hate
of,
undead?
ironically, in the cases of Grukamesh, that ends up being a lot of food preparation.
Oh, cool.
I love when Zaku is just like trying to contain a laugh. You just hear him
Yeah.
I just make the Animal
That's why
Crossing laugh,
Zaku has
honestly.
rat in their name. Like that's the rat part of Zaku.
I am the nasty rat.
Then no, I won't ask anything. I won't ask anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So,
just
Zaku,
continue
if you'd
to-
like to
I
roll
continue
your
to
perception
sweat.
check.
Ah, I'm back. My life has returned.
Welcome back. What were you saying?
That's a
Rita?
shame.
Oh, he said he wasn't going to say anything. But, Zaku, if you'd like to roll your
yeah.
perception check.
18.
Okay.
Nice.
As you guys look about, this time Porosticks' eyes are kind of doing to the staring contest has seemed to make Porosticks more metaphorical sweat in his eyes, making him not so aware as he was. But you, on the other hand,
Horosticks is getting that thing where the eyes get watery when you keep them open for too long.
yeah. As the you, on the other hand, Greer, keep your eyes peeled through the dark. Nothing seems about at the moment, but you get this weird sense in the back of your skull, like a primal instinct. You don't see anything in the area, but something seems off. You're not sure what. Could be nothing.
Porosticks would see Greer squinting. And again, just tilts her head. And she doesn't growl, but you just see the slightest bit of her lip raise a bit, just to see the peeking of the shine of her teeth.
Oh man, yeah.
Looks back at you. Do you have something
No,
to
it's more
say?
like. No, do you hear anything?
I don't. But continue to keep your eyes open. Something's wrong.
Very well.
I don't know what, but it is the end of my shift. But Rush will keep as at least a decoy. Center. What have you? Rasha, and she's gonna get up to go over and just tap her shoulder lightly.
Rasha's kind of worried.
Just so you know, I'm going to rest. Your decoy is going to rest, Greer.
At least, and she squints at him for a second. Can you rest sitting up?
I mean, I've never tried, but you should give it a shot.
To post
Sure.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You may rest, but at least from the illusion through the tree line, it'll look like you are awake. Something I suggest. And looks at Rasha. I see nothing, but I'm getting a bad feeling.
I always trust her. I always trust her gut feeling. It may come in handy sometime. I'll keep an eye out in the meantime.
Right?
You go and rest. I'll call it if there's anything bad that happens.
Thank you. And she's gonna go over and rest again. And she will hold on to her holy symbol as she lays with her back onto the grass and continue to mutter another prayer.
Okay.
Asking.
Would it be okay if during the perception check, if Rasha tried to do a sense, like she's still looking, but if she could try to sniff out anything that might smell wrong in the forest?
Sure, I'll allow it.
All right, cool. In the meantime, while she's like taking her rest, she's gonna like look around, see if there's any like birds or anything like that are approaching.
Okay.
One moment. So sorry about that. Is there any like blue jays or?
I'll let you know as soon as you make your perception checks, because that's a perception check. Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Can Greer wake up again?
So with your advantage roll to your scent, you don't smell anything in particular. The foresty smells of the night seem to kind of blend and go. As far as looking for birds, you kind of see what looks to be an owl up in the treetops.
That's perfect. Rasha's going to look at the camp, but then kind of sneakily try to move over towards the tree, but not climb it. And she's going to kind of just stare at it and begin ritual casting Animal Messenger. Oh, is that not? For some reason it's not. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
She's going to start ritual casting Animal Messenger, and with the long rest, I do change my spells to be that.
Okay.
So I can send a message 50 feet to 15 miles away if it's a flying animal. So that way the Hoard knows that at least we're closer by.
Okay.
I think is that close? Is 15 miles able to reach the Hoard in time?
That's not a ritual spell, eh?
It is actually.
Where does it say ritual in the description?
It says it in a tag. It's tagged as ritual.
Weird, because it's not in the description. I'm going to double check that.
Yeah, okay. If it isn't, then that's fine.
It's ritual.
It's ritual? Okay.
Huh, that's really weird that it's not. Maybe it just didn't fit on the thing. Yeah, whatever.
No, sorry, it's just a ritual. Yeah, it's just weird that's not in the description. Usually it says it in the description as well. Yeah, wait, I tried. Yeah, it says ritual when I checked the thing, so it is a ritual spell. This was double checking that. So yeah, it's a ritual spell. So you take your 10 minutes.
And Rasha's going to say, "I need you to go and find someone." Is the camp is south of here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to go and find a orc with a ram head and a imprint of a hand on his chest and on his armor, and a warhammer in hand. Tell him this message, and I'll link the message. Oh crap! I didn't copy and paste. That sucks. Scoutmaster Rasha, we have met up with Lizardfolk Cleric. Mission was partial success? ? We are on our way now. We'll report upon moving the camp order.
Okay. As you do that, you see the owl go in and flutters off as you finish casting the spell. But as it flutters off, unaware of the surroundings due to casting the ritual spell, suddenly something else pops behind you. As you look behind you and you see something burrowing and emerging from the ground.
Oh crap.
As a giant creature, ant-like, with 6 legs emerges and looks straight at you. And with that, everybody may now roll initiative, and 3 party members are dead asleep.
Boy!
So for the purposes of this, Rasha, you are considered surprised.
Okay.
So everyone should roll for initiative.
Am I asleep?
Yikes.
Like, it says I'm aware of my surroundings. So I'm just like, I have to spend a turn to like, but I don't. Because then I have to I have to be inactive for 4 hours, so I don't like actively perceive, but like.
Keith, can I just say how much I hate myself sometimes?
Jesus Christ, man.
No,
Oh, you didn't
it's
click
just
on
like-
any of the tokens.
Yeah,
Jesus,
no, I
Michael.
completely. That's why I hate myself.
Rookie mistake. That's a 1 initiative for all of them.
-10.
Oh, zero.
Initiative.
I'm just, guys, I guess, you know, you met my character, guess you about to die, so, Cole's coming back, it's fine.
Should have
We
been
all
a
miss
death cleric.
Cole, so it's all good.
Rookie mistake.
I gave you the
Death
hint
clerics
with
are
the
rad.
18 you guys had earlier, but
I know, I fucking, I'm so
I mean,
mad.
Rasha wouldn't have smelt it anyway, so.
Oh Christ! You guys. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Oh.
I will
Okay.
say though, Michael, for the purposes of fairness, the other two used their first round to get up through the dirt. Just the one in front of Rasha gets the surprise attack, because otherwise this is ridiculous. I didn't
Yeah,
expect
no,
you
it's
to
always
move them forward.
Oh, I figured that's where they pop up. They're ambushers by nature.
Yeah. They're also ranged fighters by nature.
Cam, insert ambush
little
monsters
bit,
goof
not
from
as much.
Dralic.
Literally, yeah, it's literally.
So, as this
The
creature,
goof isn't even funny anymore.
It's just sad. I just wanted
It's
like.
just sad.
so as this creature comes up to you, Rasha, it's going to try to make a bite at you.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
This is gonna be bad.
17 to hit.
That does barely hit.
Alright, so you take 8 points of slashing damage, and as this thing's mandibles dig into your flesh, you feel this, its spittle dripping down onto you, burns your hide as it starts to make contact with your fur. You take 1 point of acid damage.
Alright.
You are also considered grappled as this attack hits you, as its large pincers swiftly move around you.
Oh, crap.
So, if you would like to put a marker on you to make sure that you know you
I got it.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
The rest of the ant kegs spend their turns burrowing out of the ground.
The rest of the party gets up.
You are all considered surprised for the purposes of this, so you do not take any actions or movement during this first round of combat.
Am I surprised too?
That depends. Do you have a thing that prevents you from being surprised?
Nah, I'm not alert, so yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I
it
was just
doesn't prevent you
saying
from being surprised. You're just aware
Yeah.
that creatures
I
are
was
approaching.
aware. Yep.
Rasha is going to shout at the top of her lungs, "Everybody up!" And she's going to try to break the grapple.
Technically, not your turn yet.
Yeah.
Is it not? Okay.
No, you're surprised. That means you don't get anything.
Okay.
Basically, I will say the movement and the yelps of pain from Rasha wake you all up. It is the... Which brings us back to the ant kegs, as this first surprise round is now over. Rasha, the one that has you already in its mandibles, will make another bite attack, and since you are grappled in its mandibles, it has advantage on the attack against you.
Man, Greer is hella fucked.
Yeah.
No, she was good while she lasted, you know.
You know, just for a bit. She made her entrance. She was foreboding. You know, really mysterious. But yeah, just...
See, I think
You really made my
everybody says that
non-existent wetlands do work.
the Hoard thinks that we're failures. Look at the shit we have to put up with, man. This is bullshit. Okay.
23 to hit.
Yes.
Hey Heath, what was the roll on the encounter this time? Was this a 2?
This is actually a 1 that carried over from last game.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 last week. It's just carrying over.
Perfect.
You get
It's a debt.
I keep rolling natural 1s on your encounters.
We've noticed, Heath. Thank you.
I'm so mad because
How
I
come you guys keep rolling natural 20s when to hit and natural 1s when you're attacking for surprise encounters?
squinting.
Anyway, Rasha, you take 8 points of slashing damage and 5 points of acid damage as this thing is now just digging its mandibles even deeper into your flesh. You are still grappled.
Yep.
Oh boy. Next thing's turn.
You know what
This
this
guy.
calls for drinking some iced tea.
I have no idea which one's moving when.
If you
This guy will move over
if
here.
you hover over the turn order, it highlights who's going.
No, I'm aware of that, but like the one
Oh.
attacking Rasha is like the 13, so I'm just
Oh,
I don't know what's
yeah.
going on.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Michael,
I
you
guess
got
it
the
doesn't really
you got
fucking
the
matter.
you got
They
them out of
all go
order,
before
but they
us.
all go before you guys. So all intents and
I know,
purposes,
but
it
I'm
doesn't
just like I have
matter.
no idea which one it is that's actually moving.
That is my bad. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll just do that, and boom.
Boom.
My bad. Anyway. Alright, so next up, this ant keg. As it gets near you, you see that it just sort of leans up for a second, and you hear this, this movement of this bubbling liquid.
Oh,
need,
no.
Graver and Atonovic, Atonovic.
Call him Novik.
I need you two to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, big vom energy.
Alright.
Oh boy. Oof. 21.
Alright. So both of you, now being aware of your surroundings, you see this creature. It looks like it's about to lunge at you, but it then buries its pincers into the ground as it just points its face towards you, and you just see this stream of green liquid fly towards you. You're able to dodge slightly out of the way, but you still end up taking.
You got to roll the damage, Michael. It doesn't do it automatically on the sheets for that one.
That's fine. Alright, you both end up taking 6 points of acid damage as you see the thing basically regurgitates its stomach acids towards your direction in a projectile fashion.
Fun.
That'll be its turn. Next Ankeg. It is going to just shimmy over here. And I need a Atonovic and Portal 6 to both make dex saves.
Yep.
This one's not gonna go as well. Yep.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Alright, Novik, you fail. Portal 6, you succeed.
Cool,
So-
cool.
Portal 6, you take 6 points of acid damage, while Atonovic, you take 12.
That's half my HP gone.
Oh no.
Low initiative sucks sometimes. Alright. This one.
I mean, yeah, there's a reason I didn't dump my dexterity in.
This one's going to go up to here, and it is going to attack Grieva. Am I saying that right, Zaku? Grieva?
Greer.
Weird.
Greer.
Greer.
This one will attack Greer. It is going to attempt to make a bite.
Wait.
Is breaking grapple a free action or a action?
No, that uses your action.
Uses your action, but don't forget, as a bonus action, you can still turn into a large creature.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering.
Zaku, does a 19 hit?
Ah, it does.
Alright. You take 9 points of slashing damage, 3 points of acid damage, and you are grappled.
What? Okay. Wait, was it 9 points and 12 points altogether?
Altogether, 12 points.
Okay, cool.
Alright. That will be the Ankeg's turns.
So,
Russia!
All right.
You are currently in the mandibles of this awful creature. You are melting in it, and your bones are being crushed. What are you doing?
I assume that wild shaping will not break the grapple.
It will not, because you will not turn into a bigger than large creature.
Okay, I am going to then try to break the grapple with my acrobatics.
Alright, make an acrobatics check.
Fuck!
No, so as you're trying to squirm through this thing's mandibles, you're just cutting yourself more, and you just can't find a good angle to approach this. You are stuck.
Should I waste a turn just trying to cast Healing Word?
Well, you still
Russia's gonna look.
Forms do you have? Help.
Russia's gonna look to Greer and cast Healing Word on her instead of second level.
Interesting. Alright.
8 points of healing.
Your spellcasters are both grappled.
fun.
Alright.
We need to break both these out and then focus on one. And that's everything I can do, so.
Alright. Looks like that is the end of Rosh's turn. Novik, you're up.
Portastix, can you go help Russia?
And he
Sure.
will run. No, 5, 10, 15. Move it to there. As a bonus action, he's going to manifest his echo. Do you want me to link it? Because it's a massive wall of text.
Yeah, go ahead, Link it. I think I have a good idea what it does.
Yeah, I'm unsure if you guys want the clutter. You can do it.
Nah, you're
He's
good.
gonna manifest over here.
Alright.
And for the first, I'm just gonna strike this one. My great axe.
Alright, go for it. 13? 13 just misses.
Okay. Yep. And that will be my turn though.
Alright. Alright, Portastix. You are up, my friend.
following the
Technically
suggestion,
that's...
I go over
I'll say
here.
that it hits, actually, because he technically is still flanking. Because the creature is opposite, despite grappling, it's still a flank condition. With a +1 at a Z, at a L flank. So that's a 14.
Yeah.
Sure.
Large creatures are easier to flank, man.
Yeah. Large creature's easy to flank.
Big
Alright.
boys.
Which one's your echo, by the way? You gotta mark your echo for
Oh,
us,
sorry,
game.
sorry. I forgot to mark it. This one here.
Alright, so as you're able to find just the right kink in its armor to just get your axe in between its Chiron shells. Alright. Now
I will shove this one.
Okay, contested athletics.
Come on.
oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, yeah, you beat it.
Back
And
off.
Does push it 10 feet, breaking the grapple.
Oh, thank you, God, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Portastix, you're my friend. Maybe you should try
Now
to
get
help.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, maybe try to go and help the others.
No, you get the fuck out of here. I attack this one. I action surge.
Okay. Make your attack.
Wait. I have to do this. Cool. Yep. That's fine. Halberd. Please. Damn it.
Oh,
Jeez.
Damn it.
Actually,
That was a nice
It's
damage.
okay.
Fortunately not.
It's
So
okay.
if your halberd just, as it lands, it just kind of protects itself with its mandibles, and you're just not able to pierce it.
The halberd is very old and rusty.
It's alright. It's better than the pike.
Alright.
Not
Here.
really the same, but for me.
406. Anything else, or
No, that's it. I just tell Rasha to get back, like, more in the middle.
alright. Rhea, you're up.
Alright, so I'm assuming you gotta roll to get out of this grapple.
If you want to, you can roll to get out of the grapple. You can cast spells still normally, and so.
I don't want to be here, man. I don't like it here, so I'm gonna try to get out of the grapple.
Athletic or acrobatic check, yeah.
Athletics
Sorry, Michael.
or acrobatics. Okie dokie. Well, they're like both the same, so let's try athletics. Let's see here. 18.
That will do it. Yes.
All right.
You're able to just sort of just push, and you're able to get enough leverage to where you can just sort of slip out and duck before its mandibles close on you again.
Can I say, just for flavor's sake, that she's mumbling to herself, just something bad would happen, and this happens, and then she goes to just kind of gnaw at one of the little leggies, just to get it to twitch a bit, just to free her as she starts pulling away and gets out of the grapple.
It's just ground lobster.
It's just
ground.
ground lobster, man. So, let's
so
see.
you
So
could
that-
say it's a rock lobster.
It's a red lobster, rock lobster. But
That was pretty good.
rock
That was pretty
lobster.
good, Andy.
Thank you. I appreciate the pity vote, Forrest. I mean,
that is
I like that.
my action. Right?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that-
your action.
break
You
the
still have a
grapple
bonus action. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, seeing that Rasha is not doing well, I'm gonna send a healing word right back.
Oh, thank you. Changing letters of encouragement.
Unfortunately, it's only level 1 for now. Just to
That's
hopefully
fine.
that
Don't worry.
has
No, actually,
pro sticks with her.
don't worry about me. I can watch it.
So wait. So yes. No. Well, blah.
Just do it. Just do
Okay,
it. There's
so-
4 turns before her.
Yeah, that's true.
I get a 6 healing word.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And I guess that's all she can do, right? Because spellcasters only have 1 action. Me adjusting to not being a fighter anymore. From another game. Yeah, she's gonna stay put for now. And gonna look to Novik and gonna mention him. I need to get out from the middle. Can you watch me?
Of course.
And that'll end her turn.
Alright. Oh god, I really don't want to get a TPK here, guys.
Well, what did you say at the start of this session? Michael? What was the first thing you said? Michael?
Michael.
No. This was not the encounter I wanted to kill you guys with.
Did not go right,
This is not
Michael.
the encounter
Okay,
that wanted to-
Michael.
But
Sure,
I
God.
gotta play these
I
characters.
cannot.
Alright. I need Poro Sticks and Rasha to make a dex save for me.
Oh, you fucking bitch face.
Both success.
Hey! Good job,
Oh,
guys!
Thank God.
Oh, Donka.
Look at the 3 of us in the +1 Dex Club.
Hi! And you both take 4 points of acid damage as you're both able to solidly prepared for this.
So
You couldn't have rolled that when I failed the save, man. Come on.
Nah, man, you're good. This guy. Let's see if he gets that back. He does not. Alright, he will. Since the turn of Novik just hit him, he will turn to you. And he will
Indeed.
he'll make a bite attack at you, good sir.
No.
Go for it.
Does a 13 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Alright, that's its turn.
Jesus fuck.
Next. Where do I... Seeing as a turn of Novik is the only one who's actually hurt these guys, this guy will turn. March over to here. And we'll attempt to bite him.
Yep, okay.
Does an 8 hit?
No, thank goodness. If an 8 hit, I would be very concerned.
You would be our characters from yesterday's game.
It wouldn't have even hit me then!
I think you might have sent that to the wrong person.
Oh, sorry. No worries.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You didn't give away spoilers. It's all good.
Yeah, it's not spoilers. It was very.
Alright. Okay. Good to know. Hey, I think I got what you got. Alright. Greer, you got out of this thing's grasp, but once you're back in it.
Oh no.
I
No,
guess.
it was a different one. It was a different one that it broke out.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, this guy just wanted to give me a big
Oh, it
old
was-
hug.
Oh, it was that guy?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Just a
I thought it was
17
this
hit.
one.
Okay, yeah.
17 hit. Alright.
Boy!
You take 5 points of slashing damage and 3 points of acid damage for 8 total. And you are grappled once again.
Fucking fun. Me debating just like, should I have taken those attacks of opportunities? I would have gotten fucking hit anyways.
Okay.
Hey, to be fair, not a bad round for you guys.
Oh yes.
Trust me, that could have been a lot worse if you saw the damage Michael
Yeah.
rolled for those misses.
Oh, yeah.
So the fire's still active, correct?
Yes.
All right. The tiger was meant for later, but Rasha will transform into a dire wolf. All right.
All right.
As a bonus action, and as a sprint, she will go. Which one have you attacked, Novik? I'm just curious. I didn't. That one. Okay. Rasha, as the wolf, will circle around and begin nomming on this guy's thorax.
Num num num.
All right, go for it.
And it
Eating
has
ass.
advantage since it's flanked.
No, it's not advantage. You don't have advantage for flanking. You have a +2 for flanking.
Oh no,
Tactics. Yeah.
Pack tactics, you mean? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was a bonus action.
What was the bonus action? Healing word.
22.
No, I was looking at something else.
22 hits.
22 will indeed hit for a good 10 points of piercing damage. So as you, as this thing is
Strength
in battle
save,
with, Atonovic? Oh, that's right. Well, this thing is in battle with,
I'm not letting you get away with that.
you are, hold on, let's see, first off. 9! Alright. So, as you're able to just pounce on this thing and just, like, rip into its back, you're actually able to flip it over and sort of, like, keep it pinned. I will say, you notice it has a very softer underbelly.
Rasha will kind of look up at Artonovic and just say, and just kind of just give him like the eyes, like, do it. Kill him.
Alright. Rush, are you doing anything else with your turn?
That's all I can do.
Alright.
Cheers, though.
Turn it up.
Okay, so I will command that completely changed my game plan for this turn. Seeing this motherfucker flip over. I love you, Rasha. The Echo will be commanded to move, and it'll go around Rasha to stand there.
Your Echo can only move 15 feet, correct?
It's 30 feet. I can teleport with it if it's within 15 feet. I can command it to move 30.
Weapon a bonus action? Huh. Weird.
Yep, for me anyways.
That is not.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to take my attack with advantage with my great axe.
Go ahead. It is prone.
+2.
Yep. All right. It's still alive. Barely though.
And then I'm going to use an Unleash Incarnation.
All right.
To
The
make
one
another
he
attack
just
with my
hit?
Echo.
That'll hit.
Yeah. The one that's prone.
The one that's prone. Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah. No. You.
Nice.
Two
Oh,
swift
did I-
axes just whop, whop, and you just like put this thing into three pieces, just like sushi. Just
Snack for all three of you.
Okay, so that one's dead.
big dead.
I'm going to.
You got it.
So on my bonus action, I still have my. Okay, I'm going to bonus action to swap places with my Echo,
Okay.
and then is that Crystal?
Hey, it's Crystal.
Crystal! And then I am going to walk over to here. Oh, wait. I still have my own full movement, so I can... Yes, that's the best spot I can move. I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to use my action surge
Okay.
to attempt to... Oh, wait.
I like how much Zaku can move their head without actually moving their body.
I'm going to use my action surge to try and break the grapple. Do a shove action or
Shove.
whatever it needs to be.
Yeah.
Shove.
All right. Contested athletics.
Good luck.
Not advantage this time.
Ooh, high.
14.
Unfortunately, I rolled 22. So as you go to like just shove this thing with your axe, just trying to like move and shove it, it just like buries its pincers even further into the ground and just like does not budge.
I had to give it the shot.
It was a good shot.
Bless you for trying.
All right,
Greer,
Forrest, you're up. Greer, you're on deck.
Greer, are you able to cast Spare the Dying on yourself? That'd be nice.
A living creature that has 0 hit points. I mean, I can't do anything when I'm unconscious.
No, I know the answer. I was hoping that somehow the Grave Cleric could.
I mean, that'd be great.
Do I know if I need, like, they need to move spaces to break the grapple with the shove? So, like, here, since Rush is already taking this spot, I can't shove them back, but if I did it, would it break the grapple? And if I succeeded? Or nah?
Can you say that again?
So, you know how force movement breaks grapples?
Yep.
If I attempted to shove this thingy this way, but because it has no way to go because it's Rush is here, would that not work?
I mean, you could also shove it this way.
Which
You
way?
can't. You wouldn't be able to shove it. Yeah, it wouldn't break the grapple because it only breaks the grapple if you push it. It has to be able to move. You can only shove it
I mean,
in that direction.
you can push this in yourself right there and push it down.
That's
this
right.
way.
I mean, that's right. You can push it that way if you stand atop, right? Like you push it this way. Oh shoot! I'm not. I'm on.
Wait, we can't
This
see
way.
your thing yet.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah. Okay. Will it? What space would it end up if I shove it this way?
It would get pushed 10
5 feet, right? So it'd be here. But Rush has already taken up this spot.
Yeah, I'll say if you get it, I'll say it just moves here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
Alright. Go for it. Contested athletics.
Come on, 4 sticks. You got this.
Oh fuck. One.
Nope.
Bless you for
Rolled
trying.
17. So
Dang.
as this thing gets as this thing's already burned itself a little bit into the ground from a Novik trying to push it, it's already prepared for you to come up and try to shove it and just not. Again, this thing is a solid wall of a creature.
Oh fuck you. I do. I rally Greer.
All right.
We'll get you out. Don't worry.
Try to play it, please.
On your turn, temporary hit. Oh, cool.
You get
Thank
6.
you. I get 6 temporary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Congrats.
And that's my turn.
All right, Greer. You are currently in the mandibles of this awful creature. The world is acidic and painful. What are you doing?
First of all, I use my bonus action to growl at this thing. If bonus actions existed. But, yeah.
Oh, great. Greer's turning to Skeletor.
She's turning to Skeletor! But yeah, she will once again try to get out of this fucking grapple.
I mean, let's face it, Skeletor is the Grave
17.
Cleric game man.
17 definitely does it. You're able, again, just already knowing how to get out of this thing. You're just, again, just...
No! And, oh, okay.
We loosened it.
We end this. And in this case, seeing that Russia has turned, Novik is doing his thing, and seeing that at least 4 sticks is there, for her bonus action, she is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. Yeah, I'll do it at a level 2.
Wait.
Wait, what? Oh, hold on a second. That's weird.
Wait, hold on. Isn't Spiritual Weapon an action to cast and then a bonus action to use?
No, it's a
Nah,
bonus
bring
action
it
to
back.
cast. It's a bonus action to cast, Michael.
Oh, really?
But it's an
Okay.
It
action.
also
bonus action.
attacks
But it's an
on
action
cast.
to use it. Okay.
No, it's a bonus
bonus
action for both, guys.
Really?
Yeah, he's right.
Yes, I'm 100% positive. I've used it lots. It's a bonus action to cast.
Spiritual weapon
bonus
is a
action to
fucking
use.
amazing spell.
Yeah, bonus action is the reason clerics are part of the reason clerics are one of the most fucking powerful classes. But that misses.
Note to self, makes sense.
Yeah,
Why did I use that for fucking Vex? Now I'm sad. Vex would be
Did we
here
have
right
level
now.
2 spells when you played Vex?
didn't have-
Yeah, we were
level
still
3,
at
right?
like level 2.
You never hit level 3, man. Vex died at level 2.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
like, we didn't have level 2
No,
spells.
I'm pretty sure we made it to level 3.
You never made
No,
level.
we
You
made
didn't hit
level
level
3
3 till
after
Conan
Vic died.
Fudar. Conan Fudar was your level 3 game.
Right, okay.
Okay, but after she gets out of this grapple, frazzled in the state of getting caught twice, she looks over to the fire, and you can see her clawed hands whoosh up to it. I don't know what the fucking word is. She raises up her hand towards the fire. Guys! And you guys see the silhouette of a humanoid-ish looking figure, actually even more orc-ish looking, with one glowing green eye from the side. Fucking, Sans Undertale this shit, right? Rises from the fire, and it hops on next to it as it keeps an eye on the big old lobster, the ground lobster that had just attacked her. And fuck it, she's gonna take the attack of opportunity to move the fuck away. So that'll be like 5, 10, 15, 20, and then make it like a...
Well, let's see attack of opportunity
25.
go first. Okay, it missed you.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna stand over here right now, 25 feet? Yeah, she's gonna stay over here.
Okay. Greer, that's your turn.
Yep.
The ant kegs are going to do stuff. Rasha, since there is one still next to you.
Alright.
That's not the real Russia. The real Russia is
The Rosh is a wolf.
No, the real
yeah.
Rasha, please
you're
stand
right.
up.
Never mind. Hold on.
It just sees the ghost of what was left behind.
like
Yeah, we just
move
can't delete the
the Rasha
token,
token
otherwise
aside.
we can't see the turn order.
You're good.
Just
In
like
that
move it aside.
Okay, I can move it to the corner right here.
Ooh, I need to-
Yeah.
Just to make sure that we know that there's no others.
It jumps into
okay,
the
cool.
fire and
That's
dances.
106.
Yeah.
It commits toast
What's up?
Come with toast.
Michael, no!
Uh-oh.
I guess it was supposed to attack my face.
I'm guessing what happened to Michael.
Toast the boss! Toast the boss!
Well, I could do what Michael was gonna do. Michael's internet might have crapped out, but for the purposes of keeping the things going. So it goes up to move behind Poro Sticks and goes for a bite.
Flanked. What a bitch.
Let me get I gotta get the right enemy sheet out here. Give me a second.
No worries. Cake, more like. I don't know.
More like, fuck you!
Well, my computer is being glitchy as crazy, right? Is this being glitchy as nuts right now?
Toast the boss.
Oh,
Let's see
no.
him.
Rolls a...
Yes, Comcast can suck my fucking taint. Anyway.
I don't worry, Michael. I moved forward a bit. Poro Sticks and missed. As it rolled a 10
what?
to attack.
Guys.
Oh no, I rolled a 20 to hit.
Did you? I didn't. There was no roll.
Oh, you're not
No,
here!
No, I see it. It's here. It's 20 to hit.
Oh, well, I guess we take your roll, but it rolled a 20 to hit. What did it roll for damage?
That's slashing
Oh
one acid.
no.
How
He
many
might
story
have
acid?
to... Yes, second.
I'm gonna
Just-
refresh the page here.
Yeah, Comcast can suck my fucking...
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
DM's
That's a
gone.
Dad's
There's no more order.
Oh,
world's falling
chaos.
apart. The Horde has won.
We did it.
All the remaining 3 armcakes all commit toast the bar.
God. By the way, is it possible to
Hey.
do like to Like 2 spells that both have concentration, or can you only have one concentration?
One at a
spell?
time, Daku.
One at a time. Okay.
All right,
But
so
spiritual
Forest
weapon is not a concentration spell.
Okay. Now I was wondering about some other spells I was looking at.
Okay, but
On my sheet.
All right, so Forest Six, you took 11 points of damage total, and you are now grappled. Next, Ankeg.
Cool. Sorry, 11 total.
It's
right?
gonna,
Or so
it's gonna turn to the wolf that just annihilated its buddy.
Oh, hello.
Actually,
technically
No.
the thing that annihilated its buddy was the Minotaur.
yeah, I was about to say.
No, that's incorrect.
Aternovic, it is gonna turn towards you, and it looks at you with a fervor.
No, it ain't.
Uh,
No.
No.
That's
That's
not
A fervor of love.
That
No,
doesn't sound
just a fervor of just anger and despise. It'll take a
Of
bite at
love
you.
and affection.
No.
It
see the
does
reason.
a 12 hit.
No.
All right.
Oof.
Oh, I got it out of order again. That's
Doesn't matter. Just
yeah.
they're right after one
Go,
another.
go.
Yeah, it's fine. This one will just turn towards your doppelganger because it doesn't know the difference and try to bite that. Does the 20 hit?
Does-
Damn!
Yeah, 20 will
Oh,
obliterate my.
that was
doppelganger.
almost max damage. Damn!
Ooh.
No, my 1 HP! Ah!
No, listen, it did its job. Seeing so as the lights down and your thing just vanishes, it's kind of confused. And if you could, if this thing had a head that it could turn, you're fairly certain you just see it go.
What? Another thing that dogs do, just huh? Huh?
And it will turn towards the nearest thing it can sense, which is you. Just move there.
Bro.
Just gotta move the body out of the way so we don't get into cluttered.
Thank you.
Let them notice it.
Rasha, you are up. Aternovic, you're on deck.
Rasha's gonna turn to this one and say, "Okay, we're going to focus on this one." And like mentally, like say, "Okay, focus on this one now." And she's going to go for another pack tactics hit.
All right, go for it.
22 to hit.
That'll hit. And
All right.
Save.
Yep, 13 strength.
Wait, is she invisible or something? What's going on with the token again?
So you
Huzzah.
knock it prone.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Alright, so as you are able to, so as this one is trying to deal with Aternovic, you're able to just kind of grab one of its legs, yank it, and pull with all your might, and just as you do, you're able to actually use that momentum to just sort of like put your paws on its side and just shift your weight onto it, so now it is on its back, just thrashing to try to get back up to itself.
Does a prone creature have the ability to attack of opportunity?
Yeah, it does.
It does,
It
it
just has a
doesn't-
disadvantage.
Okay. I guess I really can't do anything for Novik if I do move. So, Novik, you have a advantage
You are
attack
clear
now.
to engage.
Yes.
Yasha
Execute
moving
order.
Yasha moving before me is a blessing and a curse because it keeps changing my game plan.
I'm
Rasha,
sorry.
You do anything else with your turn?
I can't really do anything else in my turn, but hey, I helped.
Alright, you certainly did. Aternovic, you're up
Right.
first on deck.
Seeing an opportunity to murder something completely changes the game plan. Bonus action to manifest echo.
Alright, put down your echo somewhere.
Yep.
Maybe you have.
Loop.
Yeah.
Bonus action to manifest echo. I will take my great axe swing at the one that has been knocked over.
Go for it.
That'll miss.
Oof.
Oof.
Even with its soft underbelly exposed to you, it's able to just sort of thrash your battle axe
Yeah,
out
a
with
1
its
and a
legs.
2.
That is.
I think it's become more of a curse.
And then I will use my Unleash Incarnation to roll another
Man.
attack.
I think that class needs some balancing if you can summon it and use it at the same time. That seems a lot, but yeah, it'll hit.
Well, it's the Unleash Incarnation is
I guess
a
you get a
resource
little-
that I have a limited amount of.
yeah.
It's limited
I
to
can only attack with it like that 3 times.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
And it doesn't come back on short rest, it's only long rest.
Okay, yeah.
It's 3 for the day, basically. But with the 20, you definitely hit for 10 points of slashing damage, as you're able to...
Nice.
As your incarnation is just able to just sort of take the axe and just... BAM! Right onto its stomach.
Power 6, you also have advantage.
He's grappled too, though.
I'm kind of busy
shit,
right
isn't he?
now.
Sorry. I apologize.
Is,
I have my bones full right now.
that's
Rash is
all I
like,
can do.
you do not
My
eat my
action
chew toy.
being used. That is my
Alright, Power 6, you're up. Greer, you're on deck.
Not yet. I'm not gonna die to some bugs.
Second win.
Oh yeah, if you go down, you're screwed. Alright, good choice.
7. Grappled. I just can't move. That's all it does. It's not restrained. God. Fuck you. I use. Yeah, that's bonus action. So.
Many things to consider.
This is still prone. So instead, I'm gonna, while I'm grappled, I'm gonna yell at Eater Novik, "Fuck it off!" Fuck, there's 1 damage.
I'm taking that
Like-
attack.
Yeah, I take the attack action, but I forgo my attack. and make Eater Novik the attack.
I just used my
Reaction.
Ow! You got the 1 bonus damage.
Wait. Yeah, wait, I'm just reading this. And use a bonus action to direct one of your
Ah,
companions.
fuck.
Strike.
Fuck off. I hate all of this. I do dodge instead. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I
Dodging
flail
is
around
also
in its
good.
grasp, trying not to get hit.
Oh, wait, no. When you take the attack action on your turn, so you just take the attack
I also
action
have to use
and
a
use
bonus action.
Never mind,
Yeah.
you're right.
I already have.
Alright, dodge.
That's
Keep
really...
remembering.
Wait, that's weird. I didn't realize it used a bonus action as well.
Yeah, it does.
I was thinking
Well,
if
what
it,
it
like,
does
used...
is,
It's
what
better
that's
for
good for is
multi-attack.
for multi-attack, right? Because you can make 1 attack and
Yeah.
then use your bonus action to forgo your second attack. You can't actually use it unless you have 2 attacks, unless you're sacrificing your only attack and your bonus action. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it makes sense. Though I was thinking the other games like it's a really powerful ability, but that makes it like more balanced. I thought because I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. It uses your bonus action.
I
Yeah.
think it would be good if it used the person's reaction. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, but that it uses your action.
Well,
so yeah,
It also does use the person's reaction.
yeah, it may use your reaction as well. Yeah.
It's the second
Yeah, it
paragraph.
does. That's a lot of things that it uses up. So you can't do that then.
Nope. I've used
Okay.
dodge and flail around.
Just skeleton bones.
I'm
just
not
shaking.
gonna die here, you piece of shit!
I missed cursing poor sticks. I missed this.
Okay, Greer, you're up.
Alright, Greer, seeing as her companions are doing the best that they can, she is going to reach out her hand and mutter to herself, "Vrumch, bless my companions." And she will cast Bless on my 3 friends here.
Huzzah. I am.
Hey Heath, did you see my DM?
Yes, yeah.
30 feet. Yeah, cool. They're in my range.
There we go. There's a sample for you. I am
Is
holding.
there
Wait, which 3?
to
Us 3.
boop, boop, and boop.
She blesses the enemies attacking us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
sorry guys, I was here all
pointed
along just to
towards
kill
the
you.
clone Eater Novik, and I was like, am I not gonna get a bless?
Do not worry, you get the bless.
Am I not gonna get a bless?
I'm
But,
pretty
you
sure
guys-
the Echo will like share the bless me because it uses my action.
I am gonna. I'd
It's
say
not a
no.
separate entity,
It is
no?
a separate entity still, technically.
But it's
'Cause it has
using,
its own
but it's
hit
my
points
attack
and-
action that will.
It's
Profit.
kind of one of those weird ones.
I'm gonna agree with Heath on this one.
I'm gonna say no, because it is technically a separate creature still, because otherwise it has its physical form to get hit. So it's a separate creature, it just happens to use your stats for the attack.
Yeah, and it's also got its own hit pool, even though it's...
Yeah, it's way too separate to be that, man. It's a very separate creature. It does not get blessed.
Okay, so I bless the original, the OG, and I will stay put, and then my spiritual weapon will... This one's prone?
Yeah, so make an advantage attack on it.
Making an advantage attack on the prone lobster. So it's what? Casting level. They're level casting. Oh, interesting. Submit. Boop. 17.
Damn, max damage.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, bitch! So seeing as Novik, the Echo Novik was not able to hit it, the spiritual weapon looks over, and though it doesn't really make any sound, you can just kind of hear that magical crackling, and it makes the image of a giant axe and smack down onto the big old bug.
Are you mocking me?
Are
It's
you
more of-
mocking me? It says.
It's a compliment. Just keep to it. And I believe that's all I could do. Quick question. So when the spiritual weapon attacks, does that take away from my... That doesn't take away from like my spell slots, does it?
No, once it's up for a minute, Taku.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Is
Then,
spiritual weapon a concentration spell though?
It is not.
Nope.
It is
Okay.
not.
Holy crap! That spell is ridiculous now.
Yeah.
Dude, man, it is...
Well, I mean, it's always been like that. It's an amazing spell.
Yeah, it's part of the reason cleric... It's basically what gives a cleric a second attack, because they don't generally get one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I am looking into that.
It's to
next
make
time
you
I go to
feel
play.
better about using your actions in supporty stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I mean, I guess I'll just like scoot over just because I can keep an eye. But yeah, that will end my turn and my spiritual weapons turn.
Like, if you ever seen it, Andy, you should look up the YouTube DM's Guide to Clerics, and he basically just said, Cleric is the best class ever. Basically, a party full of clerics is like, fuck you to the DM.
Not wrong.
Well, have you seen
from Joe
Jerry
Cat?
Cat's
Yeah.
cleric video?
Oh yeah, both of them.
Such
saw
a
the
good
OG.
fucking video.
You can
I
make,
saw the
a,
OG
you
one.
can make a party entirely...
Entire party made a clerics call him the Amen.
Yeah.
Alright,
If you've seen the original, it's not like that at all.
the NKEG. The NKEG is going to, since Portal 6 is in its grasp, is going to make a bite attack at advantage, but you are dodging, so it is just a normal attack.
No!
Oh!
Fuck off, you piece of shit!
Does not matter. So, as you are within this thing's grasp, you can feel its pincers getting ever and ever more tighter as the acidic nature of it just starts to melting your joints and the cartilage in between them.
Ooh.
You go down. You take 15 points of damage total.
Yikes. Yikerd. Big yikerd.
Big.
Alright, next.
I think... Right, you're already biting me. Why did I do this? As I fall.
Ankeg is up. It is flanking Novik, and you're the only thing in front of it. It will bite at you. There's a 25 hit. There you go. Alright. You take 10 points of slashing damage plus 4 acid as you are now grappled.
And unconscious.
And unconscious.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
It's now the last one.
being stuck between two of them, I was really hoping either one of them would die, or maybe I'd get some healing.
Alright, well, this one's gonna use half its movement to get up from prone, and it will now attack the big wolfie.
At least you have as option B about healing.
That is true, yeah.
There's a 16 hit.
It does not. Oh wait,
It
no.
does,
Yeah,
you're
it
a
does.
wolf
It does. Sorry.
form.
Yeah, I forgot. I apologize.
Alright,
Yeah.
I was looking at
take-
my arrow.
You take 11 points of slashing damage plus 5 points of acid damage, and you are now grappled.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Does it not have a save for being grappled?
Nope,
No,
it's an auto
automatic
hit.
on hit.
Okay.
Also, could I get an icon for concentration? I don't know which one I'm supposed to use.
It doesn't matter,
Big brain.
Zach. You can pick whatever you like.
Oh,
Use
okay.
big brain.
Big brain. Got it.
I mean, I use icons for some of you guys, but for some of your personal stuff, you're more than welcome to pick your own stuff. To Mike, when it's for us to remember, we'll put it on. When it's for you to remember, pick what you like.
Cool.
Alright, that's that round. Rasha, you're up.
I know this is going to seem really stupid to ask, but if I shrank myself back into my regular form, would I be able to slip out of the grapple?
Generally not, because its pincers are grappling you. So if you shrink, its pincers would just keep shrinking with you. Because it's like gripping something in your hand and it squishes. You just keep squishing. It's not like tentatively holding you; it's grappling
I figured
you.
that's what going to be the answer is, but I thought that would be like a really funny way to get out of a grapple.
I mean, come on, Heath.
I give advantage to break the grapple. I wouldn't make it auto because again, man, it's not like it's tentatively holding it; it's grappling it as squeezing. So it's not like it's gonna stop squeezing if you shrink.
Well, I was just gonna say, you shift as a bonus action, yeah?
What?
Yeah, he
Shift
shifts
as
as a
a
bonus action. Yeah.
I'd say as part of him shifting, he can try to escape the grapple, so try to escape the grapple as a bonus action instead of...
Sure, I'll agree with that, Michael, but I'm not gonna allow it to be auto.
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, because
All right, I will do that then. I will shift out of my action, out of my form, and as a bonus action, I'll try to break the grasp. So it's with my regular acrobatics. Oh, whoops. Well, 23.
Easy enough. You are just...
Nice.
As your form just... This thing is surprised and doesn't understand what happened, as it's just like, its mandibles just kind of like crash into each other, and you're just able to duck out of the way. You are free to have your action.
And Russia is going to run one hand over Novik's horn and just say, "Get up again, dang it. I'm not taking this on by myself." And you get 11 points of healing back.
Nice.
Okay, I will cop that.
And I think that's all I can really do.
Alright. Attorney Novik, you are up.
As like, I sharp inhale from going down and getting back up. I'll use half my movement to stand up.
But technically,
my
you're
bonus
grappled
action
still.
will be used- All right. Wait.
Well, you can stand up
am
but
I
still be
stuck
grappled.
prone then?
You're not prone just because this thing has you.
Oh right, you have no speed, so you can't actually spend half your speed.
You're
I'm gonna say
technically
you're not
not
prone.
prone. No, you're grappled, not prone. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
If you try to kill this one, we can still maybe kill these two.
Decisions to make.
It's your call, bud.
This one in front of you does look very hurt.
No, yeah.
Plus, if I could probably heal you.
I just have so many things that are contending for my bonus action that I need to think about what I would do.
Oh, you have so many things.
I have just as many things as you. Fuck you. Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind.
Alright.
Yes, second wind.
Alright, roll for health.
So it's D10 plus my level.
Yeah.
13 back.
Hey,
No,
that's
12
pretty
back,
good now.
12 back,
12
12
back. Yeah.
Did
Pretty
you
good
not
amount.
macro it? Because I gave you that macro earlier. Last
I forgot. Wait, oh fuck it. That's 20.
You're 23, man.
20. Then action. I'm gonna. I can still swing unimpeded, right? Without breaking the grapple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll swing at the one that I was attacking because I would still be facing it.
Alright, go for it.
Normal roll, great axe. Oh,
Unfortunately, it is no longer prone, so 11 does not hit.
yeah. That is my turn.
Alright.
Come on, Power Sticks, you got
Power
this.
Sticks. Death saving throw. Rolling that.
Damn.
Get back up, buddy.
Yep.
Nice.
Nope.
Success.
When you're stabilizing.
I'm so
Green.
angry.
Oh, wait. I still have Bless.
Yeah, I was about to ask
Oh.
after that
Oh,
was
yeah,
done.
roll your
Do
D4,
I
yeah.
roll? Do I roll
Final miss.
D4 or D? Oh no.
Ah, that would make the difference.
Ooh, well,
Sorry, buddy.
There's a
What
dice
is the armor
trap,
class
man.
of these things, actually?
You don't get to
It
know
was-
that technically.
fine.
You-
Fair enough.
one of them
I'm
was
pretty
14, I think.
if you
but-
work it out,
Yeah.
you work it out, but otherwise we're not going to tell you.
It was either 13 or 14. I can't remember exactly.
I think it was 14
No, it
because
was 14.
13 was
It was
just
14.
yeah, it was just
Okay.
I
under.
rolled
It was
13 and missed, but I had +1.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Quick question, because I'm trying to remember. For Poor Stick's healing word doesn't work on him if he's down?
No
Was it?
healing works
Nope.
on Pro Sticks magically.
Okay, right, because he is...
Stabilizing
he's
normally
dead
works though, because that's what Gazdrug did. But yeah.
Okay,
You
stabilizing...
can use
works.
Spare the Dying on him, ironically, though, because that has nothing that says it can't work on undead.
No, actually, it says it does. A creature... This spell has no effect on undead or
Oh,
constructs.
Jesus
Spare
Christ,
the
this name was
Dying?
Spare the Dying? I didn't know that did was Spare
Yeah.
the Dying.
Do you want me to... I can put it on
No,
the
I
thing.
believe you, Zaku. I didn't
okay.
realize Spare the
Yikes.
Dying.
Yeah. Because I was
'Cause I'm
like, oh,
already
I
dead.
can use this, but I'm like, no, but he's already dead!
Can you not be spared the dead?
Can I not spare the
Okay.
dead with more dead?
Spare the
I feel so
Oh.
bad for D-Rab. His character goes down and
He goes down,
nothing
that's
he can
it.
do.
Okay, I'm a skeleton man.
Oh,
He gets knocked down, and he does not get up again.
oh boy.
It
Well,
literally just comes out of death saving throws. All you can do is stabilize it with a medicine check, because at least that one's a fucking...
yeah,
I'm a tool, Michael. I'm
he's
just
a tool. In this case,
What do you want from me? I didn't
Don't
do
worry,
that.
Dan. Don't worry, Dan. Michael is also a bit of a tool.
God.
Yeah, target is focused. Alright, tournament. Sure. Not looking right there, buddy.
Alright, anyways, I'm gonna do healing word towards Rasha for a level 1. You get 8 points of healing.
Oh, thank you. I
And
appreciate
then-
it.
You are welcome. And the spiritual weapon, as this thing is still got its
you
belly
can't
up.
spiritual weapon, you just used your bonus action, Zaku.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so
Use a
he.
cantrip.
Okay, so a spiritual weapon is like
A
as
bonus
long as
action. But you can use you can
Okay.
cast a cantrip now though.
I can cast a cantrip. Cool. Well, I only have Toll the Dead, Guidance, Light, and Spare the Dying. I can't really use any
Toll the
of
Dead-
those.
Toll the
No,
dead
roll
the
that
thing.
mark.
Toll the
That's a
Dead.
Yeah,
good
totally
spell.
will work.
Toll the
Oh,
dead
wait,
does a D12 of damage, Zaku.
Oh, it's not just like undead things.
No,
It's-
it's literally
No.
on everything.
Okay,
Oh
Power
wait, were you
Sticks
just being
you can't hear it
racist?
any-
Mike, D-Rap,
You
D-Rap, the
won't hear
term,
the bells.
D-Rap, the term is vitalist.
Sorry, you're just being vitalist.
God, in that case,
And it
yeah.
passed,
Dying,
it passed,
living in
Zaku.
Paris.
You failed.
We've already established no pulse, no chance.
Oh, look who's here. Derek, say hello. Give them comfort, Derek. Give them the comfort of death.
Please.
Making up for this
Hey,
entire
Derek.
shit show.
Turn off
Okay.
Heath's computer. He can't stop us then.
Wisdom saving.
Too bad for you guys. It's Michael
What'd you
killing
say?
you guys, not me today.
Guilty by association. But they must make a wisdom saving throw.
It
or
made its
take
wisdom
1d8.
save. It rolled a 16.
They saved, yeah.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
It was a good
Um,
try.
Fine, good effort.
It was a good try.
Hey,
Uh,
forever.
Yeah, so she just. There again.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
her.
Okay, Zaku. At the end of Graver's turn, suddenly the giant one that is holding on to Aternovic, something seems to suddenly materialize out of nothing. That'll hit.
Yeah, well.
As you guys see this giant glaive appear out of thin air.
Yes.
As it just
Oh, no, that was
splashes
like
into the
crystal?
back of this thing. And my god, just
Yeah.
fucks it up for 24 damage.
Nope, it fucked it up with 35 damage.
No, the 11 is the when it's not in giant form, Michael.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's 24 damage. But it gets 2 attacks!
Ooh.
As Soul Reaver pops up and then takes a second swing. Hitting again for another 7 damage.
Just kill me like you mean
Soul
it.
Stealer.
Kill me like you do.
As
Kill me
Soul
like
Reaver
one of your
looks at
French
the
girls.
lot and he goes, well, it looks like all of you are having a bit of issues.
Soul
I don't.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
Alright then.
Greer does not know. The Soul Reaver is that Oni, right? Is the
Soul
Oni
Reaver
that
is a
soul?
giant Oni that helped the party. You have never seen this thing before.
Okay.
In character and out of
Well,
character, Zaku,
he
so
would have been. He would have been back at the camp. Remember?
No,
He went
remember
back to
he
camp
was
before
going
that.
in front of you guys to clear the way.
Oh,
he
was
never,
he? I thought he had
necessarily
it back
didn't
to
get
camp.
back.
Yeah, he
well, he
was.
was, but he was clearing the way for you guys. So technically, he may not have made it back to camp.
Right.
That's why he's here.
Alright. This Ankeg will go up to Soul Reaver as he is now. He showed up. And we'll try to bite him.
Did it? That's the boy that
24
did
to
he
hit.
drop me?
Oh yeah, no, he dropped you. He just.
Wow! Clink, clink, clink.
16 damage.
Yep. And Soul Reaver is now grappled.
These remind me of the bugs in Terraria. I fucking hate those.
Oh,
Next one
don't
is
get
up.
me started.
Oh, lads, we should start a Terraria world.
We should.
I know.
You just blow everything up.
Eternovic, you are grappled, so this thing will bite at you at advantage. Does 13 hit?
Wow, it doesn't. I was gonna make a joke about it rolling a 1 and a 2. I'm glad I didn't, because if I had, it would have rolled a 2.
That's funny.
Probably. So your armor is just able to keep this thing's just pincers from further crushing you.
Look, man, this armor's kept me alive for decades. It's not gonna fucking stop now.
It's just like, I'm surprised that thing is still intact.
Rasha.
Alright, it's time for Rasha to go back to beast mode. And go back to
It's not your turn, Rasha.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry.
I got
Oh,
excited.
It is going to make a bite at you.
Oh, okay.
Are you grappled? I don't think you're grappled.
No, he's not.
Nope.
Okay, cool. And that is a bite at you. There's a 7 hit.
Nope.
This
You're
is a
so
very
lucky it missed because it rolled 16 damage.
Ooh,
Damn. Thank you.
Alright, Rasha, now it's your turn.
Alright. Rasha's just gonna just Dragon Ball Z, just like go beast mode again. And this to go further beyond. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's morph that around. Can you make that bigger for me?
Yeah.
It's from Paparino
I got it.
to
I got it. Don't worry, buddy.
Okay, I'll move Rasha out of the way.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. And Rasha's gonna try to go and bite that bastard again.
Go for it.
Try to end this.
You got it.
Woo!
Yes.
So as you turn once again, your canine features becoming even more pronounced than already. You pounce on this thing and you bite into its canine shell at the back of where you assume its neck is, and just crush it between your massive jaws, really showing this briny flesh, this greasy briny flesh. And as you go in, you just go for another bite and just pull out whatever you can, and you just see this Gallagher of this creamy yellowish blood just start pouring out of this thing.
Guys, you'll never believe it. It tastes like Papa John's garlic butter.
Andy, you would never believe it. I've never had garlic Papa John's. It doesn't exist in Australia.
You're not missing much.
You're really not.
Oh no, I 100% believe that because it's American Italian.
Actually,
It's what
man,
Americans
pizza's
think
American
Actually,
in the
Canadian.
first place.
No, I know. I'm just
Yeah,
fucking-
pizza's American.
I know
Italian
that like
pizza's disgusting.
American, like Italian Americans were like a big part of like culture and shit back then.
Yeah.
As a movement action, the wolf will move over here to help Artonovic
Alright,
for next turn.
Aturnovic.
It
You
is
are
me.
grappled. The thing
I
in
am.
front of you just started becoming a fountain. What are you up to?
Well, I'm going to bonus action and manifest my echo again.
Alright.
So he pops up, boop, next to Parastix.
Hey, buddy.
He's vibing. And
Nice.
I will use my action to just take a swing at the one that's turned into a fountain. But it's just a normal roll, right? Grappled only gives him advantage.
That thing is dead, but go ahead.
Oh,
no,
this
he's
thing
the
dead?
one he's grappled by.
Yep, this one.
Yeah, the one he's grappled
He was
by is
talking about
attacking.
this one turn into a fountain.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the damage that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, my bad.
I mean,
was
that one's pretty
distracted
fucked
by
up
reading
too.
stuff.
Soul Reaver almost killed it.
Yeah, that's why I thought you mentioned the fountain. I thought it was from Soul Reaver.
No. Rasha made a fountain.
Right, my bad. Sorry, I was distracted by reading my things to try and figure out.
That's why I said it tasted like Papa John's garlic butter.
And thus the conversation has gone full circle.
So I will take my great axe swing against someone grappling.
Alright.
Boop.
So you are. Would it be disadvantage for attacking creature? you're
Nope.
grappling?
You're not.
No. You're just 0.
No, because it's
Zero
not restrained or anything.
Yeah, it's
I
just-
restrained.
okay.
Only grapple. It's gotta be restrained. Grapple, you're just grappled. You can make your normal attacks.
So as you're being left aloft by this thing and its giant pincers, you take this instead of as the horribly threatening situation as it is to your health. You take this as the opportunity to really line your axe swing right into where his fucking head is.
Well,
And
I would like to point out that it was holding me facing the other one, so I just like swung down between my legs and hit it from underneath.
the good old groin punch. So.
Risky but effective.
I was about to say, nearly getting yourself a vasectomy there. You masterfully set the axe in between your legs, and almost like you've had a lot of practice with maneuvering something of that size and shape between your legs, you were able to masterfully sink it straight into where you assume the jawline of this creature, killing it.
You also killed D-Rap. Look at him. Face and hands. You killed him.
I'm like rolling around in my grave.
Or in this
And
case,
then
above
I
it.
will
No
use
longer
my final Unleash Incarnation to take another swing from my Echo.
Alright.
Stop using your axe dong at them.
And I can re-roll that damage because of my fighting style, my great weapon fighting.
You also got Bless.
That doesn't
Well, it
help with
definitely
the
hit.
echo.
Oh.
Doesn't help with the echo. We
one more
determined
damage.
that.
Never mind.
One more damage, guys.
Yeah, we determined the
Nice.
echo is a separate entity.
Yeah, no, I thought my brain mixed it for the OG one.
Wait, why'd you roll that extra d12?
Because he got great weapon
because
fighting.
I-
Rolled.
Ah, gotcha.
I got 1 extra damage.
Nice!
Something. That's all I could have
Better
rolled
than
for.
nothing.
Alright. Next up, Portal Sticks. Death save. Rooting for you, buddy.
That's 2 successes.
Oh,
Alright. Greer, you're up.
Greer. She is confused by this, who the fuck?
Giant
But...
blue man with horrible looking teeth and...
Giant
Yeah, if you
blue
want a better
man.
look at him, Zaku.
Oh, hello! He's so handsome! Hi!
Oh,
Look
fuck.
at him! You know,
Man, Zaki,
just
you
give
really
him a-
are a monster fucker.
Yeah,
you know, I could just give him a big old hug, my face right on them titties. It's a good man.
We did say the requirement was pulse earlier, guys. I wasn't exaggerating by much there.
To be honest, to be fair, even he is pretty swole.
Yeah, I
Look
mean,
at him!
now check out them pecs.
Although,
Moving on!
Moving on, anyways.
From me off.
how's this one looking?
It's the only one left, but it's been hit barely.
It's been barely hit. In this case, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Gonna reach out a hand and cast Guiding Bolt.
This is
Okay.
me doing my best for
Rather
6
nice.
impression.
Alright, so she's gonna reach out her
Very
hand,
nice.
and you can see that similarly like the fire, this time it's like a green ball, just forming up, making Rasengan and all that shit, and then it goes pew right towards that big old boy.
Alright, roll an attack.
Do not forget, you still have
25 to
That
hit.
hits.
That hits for 12 points
For
of radiant
12
damage.
Radiant
And the next
damage.
attack against it has advantage.
Okay, good, because spiritual weapon's gonna go like, boop, 5, 10, 15, 20. If it's in the back right over here, would that be,
The spiritual weapons
Oh,
do
wait.
not get flankings and stuff.
okay,
Yeah,
never
they don't
mind then.
count
Well,
as a hostile creature. They're a spell, so they don't get flanking abilities.
I see. Alright, in that case, you don't really have to go anywhere and just kind of...
Wait, why'd you roll that with advantage, Aku? It doesn't matter, you hit regardless. But...
No, because the next attack is at advantage for guiding.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
guiding bolt.
Oh,
Guiding
no,
bolt.
Guiding
It's
Bolt
always the
was
first
it at
roll,
advantage?
anyways. Yeah, but whatever. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
my bad.
No, it's
Okay.
fine, you're good. It's just...
Yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, level 2, bonus section, at advantage. A little bit
For
of
11
yeah.
damage. Nice.
Nice.
So you dealt 23 points of damage to this thing. Where was that earlier?
Yeah.
Alright, Soul Reaver is up.
Soul Reaver will look at this thing below it and scoff and goes, I think I'm tired of this. And he's just gonna cone of cold the fucker.
Whoa, what the fuck?
So even if it succeeds,
Bit overkill, Soul Reaver.
I'm assuming
He's
he's
a
doing,
show off.
I'm assuming he's doing that to not kill everyone
well,
else.
yeah, just straightforward. I mean, the cone goes out, so it narrows at the beginning and stretches out. So he
Yeah,
shouldn't
no, I
hit anybody
know.
straight. Yeah.
I
He
know.
did it so he gets Paro Stick and enter Novik and just murders the party.
Understandable. Have a good day, sir.
So I have icicle
not even
bones
mad.
now.
Not even bad. I'm not upset. Also, you see the wounds he took? Just heal over.
Wow. Okay, Wolverine.
Boy.
So as he just more or less claps his hands, this just wave of cold energy just completely just turns this 60-foot cone in front of him into a winter wonderland, and this ant keg just turns into this marvelous ice statue as it just is blown back and just almost looks like it's in a figurina like sort of like figurine like balancing pose.
You can hear jingle bells in the distance.
Almost.
And I will say at the end of that, once it does that, he will just crack off his like thorax and just kind of start sucking on it like a popsicle.
Oh.
I mean, Andy did establish it tastes like garlic bread or something.
Garlic. butter.
Frozen garlic butter.
Damn!
That's even
Damn,
more disgusting
bitch.
somehow.
I'm still alive!
He's still alive!
I'm still kicking, bitches.
Yeah, if anything, we'll help him. We'll help
He-
Stick
did we
stabilize
say-
if he needs it.
Did we say
No, he's good
did
now.
we say before that
I
if
will-
I do 3 successes by myself without being stabilized, I go to 1 because I can't be healed?
I'll allow it. Yeah, I think we said that because it's impossible for you to heal.
Russia
So
will
your
come out for-
optimal strategy could just to be let him try to figure his shit out on his own instead of staying.
I
It's
fucking
also a
die
good way
though.
to risk his
I'll
death.
still die. Yeah. I'll still die.
It's like he's
Well,
only
my
got one
actor will
fit in
help
that one. Ooh, well, that was the end of Poro Sticks.
So, yeah,
Alas,
they're
Horatio,
dead
we
now.
knew him well.
So
anyways, as you guys look over the dead bodies. Oh,
I gotta do some dishes and I got work tomorrow, so I gotta be hopping off here. So
You gotta be
No.
bigger to
thanks for
bounce.
the combat, Michael. We'll see you
Michael!
next week, buddy.
I see how it is. Try to kill us and leave.
You hit it and quit it, you know?
listen, next week is something special. All right, next week I'm
Oh, dear.
very excited.
Oh, no.
Joke's on you, motherfucker. I'm working next week.
We'll put it off for a week,
cool.
alright? We'll find something else.
You guys want to
yo,
run that
Keith.
special one shot I was talking about?
Which one was this?
What about
Actually,
the one
I'd
shot
be
I
interested
suggested
in
in
that.
Discord?
Pardon, Cam?
What about the one shot I suggested in Discord? In general chat.
Monster
Yeah,
dating
yeah.
sim. Oh my god.
Oh, right, before I go. Two things. One, Heath, very interested. Two, for any of those of you who are interested in the Humblewood game, DM me, kind of let me know what you're, like, on Mondays, what time frame is best for you. Do me a favor, shift it to my time frame so I don't have to look it up and do the
What's your
extra
time
work.
frame?
What
Eastern
is the
Standard Time.
Eastern
EST.
Standard? Okay.
Michael's 12 hours behind for us, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael's exactly on the 12-hour mark. It makes it very simple for you two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just say no ungodly hours. I say that, but it's not like I'm awake for ungodly hours anyway.
Ass o'clock.
Might not be able to do it because my 7 p.m. is 10 p.m. for you.
Yeah, just send me what times you're available in my time, just so I don't have to go cross-referencing everyone.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Yeah, yeah.
And we'll see who's interested. Open invitation is probably not going to be starting for another month, probably.
We'll probably be wrapping this up around the same time, honestly. In any case, guys, yep. Michael, if you're good, you can get going so we can wrap this up here, too. So, night, buddy.
Michael.
Night.
you.
Good night.
Oi.
After he tries to murder you with bug people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a connoisseur of the hidden run.
So, literally, at least he didn't crit you today.
Thankfully.
So, as you guys gather around the camp, Horror Stick coming back up, you look over at Soul Reaver standing over you, just sucking on, like, the leg of this thing and just kind of crunching onto it as he looks over at all of you.
Tastes good, doesn't it?
It looks like it's a good thing. I decided to stick around to wait for all of you.
Honestly, it almost seems like you're a blessing from the gods.
And from nature.
Gromish always looks after his own, I suppose.
Greer just holds on to her holy symbol. If she could do she would, but that ain't the one here.
The equivalent of that.
So,
You blinked twice.
I will turn to Gria. Since Gria's standing next to me, I'll turn to her.
This is an ally we made along the way.
Greetings.
Hello. So to give you a better description, you know what? For fun, shits and giggles, Zaku, roll me a religion or arcana check for your character. Your pick.
Religion or arcana? Religion. Oh God, fucking.
Yikes.
You have no idea what.
You're
So
too
as far
distracted
as
by
you
his
can
amazing
tell,
pecs.
you were distracted by his amazing pecs to discover what he is. All you can tell about this guy is he's an ogre. You don't know anything past that based off the look of him.
Okay. In this case, after she greets him, clearly not quite catching. It's like he looks like an ogre, but there's something strange about him. But she has no fucking idea.
You've
what
never
that
seen
is.
a blue ogre, and you've definitely never seen an ogre. As you look at the wounds he took, are completely gone.
Yeah. So she's just squinting at him. My name is Greer.
Also,
I am
but
from.
you've also never seen an ogre just appear out of midair because he
Yeah,
literally
that's,
just popped up.
That is strange. So she's like half staring, tilting her head. My name is Greer from the Blood Valley, and you are.
My name is Soul Reaver.
So, and clearly you are not the average ogre. If you don't mind elaborating.
I am not. I have evolved past my little cousins. I am an Oni. And he kind of walks up. How tall was Griever?
Greer. She is 6'3".
So he towers over you at 9'10".
Oh my god. 2 whole ass feet. You know, if it were me staring at Titty. Alas, this is Greer, so she respectfully keeps her eyes up. Again, not really impressed by height at all, not phased by it. Her hands are behind her back, just more less suspicious and just more of like, soldierly, I guess.
He looks down at he looks down at you and goes, "You are a priestess of Grumesh, I see."
That I am. Working under Lady Adras.
It has been many centuries since I have met one of the priests. For your information, Zaku, ogres don't live centuries. They live maybe 50 to 100 years at the best.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I thought, again, she just has that slight squint. She has a slight squint, and tilts her head again, and just mutters that. Interesting. How was it that you're staying? Well, that's many years old.
I am much older than that. He's gonna gives a smile. I am the Soul Reaver. I existed during the first days with the Horde's first reign. He's not gonna put that in reference. He's over 1,500 years old.
Woo! Alright, so if I remember correctly, so Grimsh was God, but how do I even word this? I'm trying to remember back the history of the Horde. Can you kind of
So the history of the Horde, just for a quick recap, doesn't hurt. Over 1,500 years ago, the Horde was first formed for Blood Mountain, and they came pouring out of Blood Mountain to destroy all the civilization.
Right, they're the ones who started the chaos. Yeah.
Right, they had to bring about the chaos. Due to the hints you've been giving, feel free to roll me one more religion check.
Okay, dokie. Whoop. Come on. 6.
Unfortunately, your studying was never the best.
I just want to heal people, man.
You're not a thinker, you're a doer.
Yeah.
I'm a doer.
But as you look all over at Sora, you have no idea. This seems amazing. But I'll say even with a 6, you do know that Grumesh can grant blessings to his favor. But you have no fucking clue what this thing is. He says he's an Oni, you have no fucking clue what that is.
Okay. She doesn't comment on the fact that she doesn't know. Given that she's asking questions, she assumes it's already kind of known. But she will reply. Very interesting. You have Grumish favor. We will talk to you more if you wish.
In a way, I do. I'm amazed
Blessed.
the Horde has returned.
Well, returning and recovering as best as possible. Currently, we are relocating. Heading back to camp now. Will you be joining us?
Indeed. I had made arrangements with my cousin to join the Horde.
Very good. And she'll look over to the others. And particularly to Porostix. He's standing just enough.
Who also just left this computer.
Who also just fucking left. I saw the BRB. Huh. Anyways, yeah, seeing he's standing just enough. I guess, yeah, we were through our second shift of the...
You were through your last shift of watches. Technically, morning sunlight is coming up at this point.
Okay. In that case, yeah. Well, if you don't mind, would you like to travel with us then?
He looks about at you. I suppose you and yours need a bit of babysitting. He looks over at the 3 party members he knows. Not the first time in this group either.
So
I
I've
hate
heard.
the fact that you're right.
Well then, actually looking at the different the bugs here, and that Mr. Soul Reaver was munching on them. How heavy do they look?
They're large creatures. They're at least a few 100 pounds, if not more.
Okay, looks at Soul Reaver.
I could start trying to skin them if you want.
This would be
It
good
wouldn't
for
so much be
Gurlima.
skinning as it would be like.
Well,
Taking off their
prying.
hide, prying things off.
Well, they're
what do you-
exoskeletons. You'd be basically
Yeah, what is it called when
shelling
you do
them.
with like?
Shelling,
yeah, shelling,
you're shelling.
that's it.
Like a
You shall.
crab.
Yeah, you're
Like
basically
a-
shelling
Like a
a
shrimp.
crab. Yes.
They're fucking rock lobsters, like Andy said.
They're-
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. We'll look over. Well, this could still serve as good meat. Could take it back to Gurlima.
All right, I'll start cutting. Novik, would you mind helping me since you're
Yeah.
the
Yes.
strongest?
Well, roll me a
Russia.
survival check.
And I will also
Uh,
help and start doing this.
Oh,
and
and
she
I also
will.
have plus. So
Bless
I'll
does not
give
help
Russia
with survival checks.
no, it's for skill checks.
It's
Isn't it?
only it's attack rolls. and
That's
saving
attack
throws.
rolls and saving
Uh,
throws. You're thinking
oh,
of
oh,
guidance. Guidance does.
That's fine. Don't worry. That's fine. Don't
Well, I
worry.
mean, speaking of, if we need a little guidance.
Well, I'm giving Russia advantage, so if Gria wants to do their own check separately.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Can I can't.
Gross.
Can I guess guidance on myself?
You absolutely may.
Sweet, I'm a fucking whoop.
Basically, my rules with guidance is you're allowed to cast guidance before you do any action as long as you say you are, and you can't cast it necessarily when chatting, though, because in the middle of a conversation, you can't go, I'm
Yeah.
going to go guidance, and then, like, you know, it's...
Okay,
you
yeah,
can,
because it was
but you
already
can't
fishing.
guide
Yeah.
yourself before initiating a conversation if you think a check might be in order. That's how I rule that.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
As the two are, as Rasha's kind of, she looks up to like Novik and says, "You're quite adaptable in the fight, and I appreciate that. I know that was a bit chaotic, but I figured I'd try to give you that opening."
I appreciate your abilities. Every fight is chaotic. To be good in one is to adapt.
I just wish I could have helped Putter Sticks. Risked his life for me, and I had to help you guys out instead. And makes me feel a bit terrible for calling him
Well,
a chew toy.
He's not really
Yeah,
dead yet.
fuck you. But don't worry about it. As I'm lying on the ground.
Don't worry, I will give you plenty of good berries.
Soul Reaver
Your turn.
kind of floats over to you, Purosticks. By the way, Greer, with your passive perception, you've noticed something finally? His feet aren't touching the ground.
I just realized I have that's interesting. Okay, and I didn't even think about my passive perception, but okay, interesting. Yeah, she's like, her eyes are just kind of watching this guy because she's like, what the, who the fuck, how? Interesting. Yeah, wow.
I just want to say, me and Russia working together on shelling these kegs. I want to say that like Russia's like pointing out the best places to like strike, open it up, and then Itonovic's just like.
Yeah.
It's a
Meanwhile-
very professional arrangement.
Meanwhile, Purosticks, you see Soul Reaver looming over top of you and just kind of pick you up from your skull like with 2 fingers and lifts you up.
Like iron filings to a magnet, my whole body just all the bells just go.
It sounds like chime. It kind of sounds like bone chimes or something like that. Just-
Bone
Wind
chimes.
chime, yeah. Bony wind
Also,
chimes.
I rolled a 10 on survival because my guidance
so you
didn't help
don't
me
do
much.
the best work. Like, you look over at Greer. She's too busy looking at the flying ogre, so every time she goes to like cut in the meat, she kind of misses and goes, "Shh, this is just fucking weird." Just not paying attention to what you're doing. You're just watching a flying ogre that can shoot fiery ice blasts, turn invisible, and fly. Like, you don't know what the fuck's happening.
She's like half distracted, but also just like, these are no surgical tools.
You need a dagger. I got one.
Well, we'll destroy that as long as the meat is out.
Fair enough. What did me and Novik get from ours?
I mean, for the purposes of this, I mean, you get food. I'm not going to bother keeping track of the weight for you guys in this case, if only because it's not really going to come into massive factor. The Hoard isn't, like, desperate for food.
Fair enough.
They will literally eat anything and anyone.
But it makes Roma happy, and that's what's important.
That's what's important.
You guys, instead of having chocolate-covered ants, you're going to have chocolate-covered ankage.
God, I want lobster now, damn it. But,
it's lobster, yeah. Jing.
I need to tell Zaku about what happened when we first met Soul Reaver as well. I think it's
sure.
But
after
I just nod.
After we're
Soul
done today's
Reaver.
game. I
just nod to Soul Reaver in thanks as he picks my skull and the rest of my body up by proxy.
Well, Atonavik already helped him stand up. I called that after you.
Oh. Beer beat. Sorry.
No, after you revived, I was like, Atonavik, the Echo will help you up.
Oh, jeez.
So you were standing up already. He just like picked you up and is just staring
Pick
at
me
you.
up more.
stand up and then picked up more.
Did he just pick me up? What's he doing? What's he doing?
He's just picking you up as you're kind of flying in the air. You're kind of like dangling, like your feet are just dangling off the ground.
Oh.
You're like the Halloween decorations that they put on trees.
Pretty much.
Is there a point to this? I'm just saying, this is pretty fun, but I'm just, asking.
He just looks you in the eye and goes, "It's amazing how these things work."
What?
You have a feeling he's not talking to you, Puro Sticks.
No. I know, I'm a tool here. I'm used to this.
Fascinating. And he just kind of like takes you up and just kind of like over the shoulder toss.
Tosses him over like away or like on his shoulder?
Yeah, just like the over the shoulder toss, like salt.
Like just go into like a ball sadness style.
The Echo will just like walk past and pick you up, and as he does so, it will be like, "You should talk to Grumble Grimp when we return to the camp."
Oh, what about?
He wasn't talking to you either.
Oh.
He's helping you up, but he's talking to Soul Reaver.
Wait, would I know? I would know he's not talking to me, so don't say that.
Soul Reaver. I will speak to this. What did you say his name was?
Grumble Grimp Ember Flicker.
I will speak to him if there is time.
I get the feeling that you will get along with him.
Perhaps. In any case... Oh.
Sorry, no, you first. It's alright.
In any case, perhaps we should get moving. If there are anchorages here, there may be a nest nearby. And if there's a nest, there's always the possibility of a queen.
Rosh is like thinking just to herself, I wonder if these things are tameable. That'd be very nice.
Agreed, we should get
Roll me a nature check.
Also, I just
surprisingly, I am actually not proficient in nature.
Like, guys are right here.
Oh, nice!
Not bad.
Like,
yeah.
So with that roll, You know what an ankej is.
Can you spell for me? I just want to have a picture of what they...
ANKEG, right?
Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
HEG.
If you want a better picture, I got a better picture. 1 second, I'll blow up for you guys.
Thank you.
They are large insectoid-like creatures, massive tentacle That's an ankej.
Ooh, spiky. That's not a very comfortable hug.
Dang, can you blow it up
It
again?
is a lobster. It really is.
I kind of clicked, so I closed there on
There you go.
accident. Thank you.
Big
Oh,
meaty
shit.
claws.
You are aware ankeges are burrowing monsters. They're known for their acid spits and abilities, very corrosive, very dangerous. You know that it is actually possible for those crazy enough to try. Ankeges are a bit like ants. If you can get the queen, the others fall in line.
You just hear like the clicking in Rasha's head, just as she's just scratching her chin. Just weighing the possibilities. And then she looks to the group and just realizes, oh yeah, we got our asses handed to us last time, so maybe not risk it. Just the clicking just stops and she goes back to Greer and just kind of bows to her. Thank you for, if it weren't for you, we probably would have been dead.
It is all right.
You both are a service to the Hoard.
In any case, we should probably return to your camp as soon as possible. You don't want to keep your lord waiting.
It does not seem like we have time to spare.
Exactly. We should probably get moving.
The sun is rising. Time to go. We'll keep note of this location. Even if we aren't able to rival the queen, someone else is able to.
Perhaps in time. So as you guys break camp and begin making your way back, if you guys want any sort of chat on the 2 days back to camp, you may do so. Otherwise, I will speed run it without having to make any stops.
I got nothing.
Rasha's gonna move her to Novik and say, you know, at first I thought I was surrounded by idiots, but I think I figured out why we were failing. Because I wasn't meshing well with the other fighters. I think now I've figured out that maybe it was my fault for thinking that we were not proving ourselves worthy of the Hoard.
Just like in any aspect of life, in a fight you play with the cards you are dealt.
Exactly.
Whether that means fighting alongside idiots or fighting at a disadvantage.
But I think I was the idiot, and now I've learned.
That is commendable. To accept one's own flaws and improve is not something many can do.
Well, in no culture, if you cannot adapt and if you cannot survive, you're literally fed to the hounds.
Maybe the gnolls have a point.
They do. And that's all Russia has to really say.
Okay.
In this case, Greer is still curious to this Reaver Soul Stealer, wanting to know more. He literally doesn't fucking understand, and just goes up to him and is we'll go up to him and tap his arm.
Sorry if I just yawned into the mic. I didn't realize I was it was just an early morning. It was just an early morning.
Yeah. So you tap the arm of Soul Reaver, you said, Zaku? Or...
Yeah.
Yes. What is it, priestess?
If you don't mind, I'm not versed in the Oni. Would you care to tell me? It is interesting.
I suppose my kind has been lost to the ages. Onis, long ago like myself, were regular everyday ogres. But we, or in this case, I, evolved. We charge ourselves in an area filled with wild, untamed magic. Have it course through our entire body, changing us, evolving us, making us all but immortal in a way. We are rare, we are powerful, and we do enjoy fine cuisine. My cook had left with this party earlier. I can only assume she is ahead of this group, but perhaps later she will be so kind as to make us a dish for our fine priestess. She does magnificent baby back ribs.
With actual babies.
Yes, you were correct. They eat babies. That is one of the very known things about their favorite delicacy is humanoid babies.
Oh my god.
They eat them like popcorn.
And who can blame them?
My tummy has the rumbles and only
It's a
human
big
hands
yike.
can satisfy us. But okay.
And my niece decided to play as cook.
Amazing! Looks at him. If that's a joke or at a jab of humor, she gets it, catches it, does nothing about it. And you're kinda so rare, and yet you're so powerful. Why is that?
Once one finds a source of magic strong enough to make an Oni, the source is used, vanishes, and may never possibly appear again. There is rumors that when one of mine dies, the source reappears somewhere else, but as I said, they are exceptionally rare. I have lived for almost 16 centuries, and I have only seen half a dozen of my kind, 2 of which died in the first rush of the Hoard.
I see. Truly blessed. Well, either way, it is an honor. She bows her head just a bit. While again holding onto her necklace.
It is an honor to meet one who shows such reverence and respect, so unlike others of your ilk, especially moronic trolls.
Well, I can more wholly account for my people, and they are not the brightest. I am but lucky that Grunge himself had come to me in a vision and blessed me with just a bit more intelligence.
Useful. Perhaps when the Hoard is over, we will see what Grogamesh has in store for all of us. I imagine at the very least there will be much feasting to come.
Well deserved, hopefully.
Indeed. So much to take. So little time.
Well, as nature does, she eventually takes over. Chaos will reign again.
Yes. It is the order of the universe. Chaos, the universe despises the fake order. Only the strong should live and survive. Weak are food. These civilized smoothskins protect the weak, thinking they are somehow meant to be protected. That is a falsehood and an aberration to the world.
A rabbit out in the field gets attacked by a wolf, and no one bats an eye. Such is the way of life.
Indeed. And a mewling child is nothing more than a snack.
This is. Thank you for enlightening me. And she'll,
Nope.
Sorry, yeah, you go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's gonna look over to Novik and tilt her head at him. So I've heard you have been missing for how many months?
Perhaps for
What happened?
perhaps for you. Are you aware of my abilities?
I am not. I had stayed more by the tents, tending to those who have been hurt. So it has been a while since I've been able to travel.
To put it simply, I have the ability to pull echoes of myself from other timelines. I think that as we prepared to leave the mountain, something went wrong, and I myself was pulled into a different time. It has been months for you, but it was years for me.
Interesting. So is this your timeline?
I do believe that I have returned back to where I belong.
Is that the normal? To be taken away? Just at the whim?
It was a first. I do hope it does not happen again.
And what of your other echoes? They are from the past of you? Or the future? 3 minutes ago?
I cannot say. My knowledge is surface level.
Can she do an Arcana check? I mean, she's not great at it, but
You can, yep.
just to kind of get a better idea of what this stuff is. 8.
Not a clue.
No fucking no. She just staying in the tents dealing with these people screaming about because their leg got chopped off or something. It's fine.
You know, it's less about the leg being chopped up, and it's more the fact that it's their dinner the next day that's the problem.
She's just staring at them, just like, that one's infected. Why do you want to eat that one? You're going to get all the bacteria. Never mind.
It's the seasoning.
I guess it's in the seasoning. I guess. But yeah, she'll look at him and nod. I'm not versed in your kind of. There's not much I can input into there, but nonetheless, still interesting.
No, to my understanding, my kind of magic is incredibly rare. Perhaps rivaling that of the
Hmm.
Not as potent for sure, but quite unknown.
Well, regardless, you are able to hold yourself in the battle. So, whether your magic is rare or not, if you're competent, that's all the Horde needs. Rumish will be watching you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I do try to not rely on outside forces.
Independent. I accept that. He looks over to the other two. So, a druid and an undead. Well, he looks at Poor Sticks.
Yeah,
I've known
just
you for.
chilling.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
No, he's just chilling. Keeps on walking, doing his
Alright.
thing, being a
Doing his
tool,
thing, being a tool.
Heuristics vibing.
vibing like a tool he.
God. Just staring at him for a while, just kind of watching how this, barely hanging on the cartilage that's keeping these bones together, moving about. So, Quarter Sticks.
Yes.
Ember Flicker. Does he have any special plans? I've not talked to him in a while.
Not that I am aware of.
So you're simply as lucky.
You see the burning spots for eyes kind of do the equivalent of rolling to the back of his head.
Oddly enough, just means they just go up and kind of like
They
stay
just go
there.
up. I stay there, and then they go back. Yes, sure.
We find
Usually
this
I'm his
thing.
bodyguard, so
Hmm. We find this
not
thing.
that he needs
that
it.
is true.
It's just for show, I suppose.
Either way, it is an interesting form of magic.
Sure.
Do you have any of your memories?
Some, yes. They feel like distant dreams.
Do you have dreams?
Not recently.
But it is possible.
Potentially. I don't think I've truly slept to have a true dream.
Hmm. And then she'll look over at Rasha. And what has changed since you've been around? I've not seen you in insert how many years here.
Let's just say it's been eventful. You remember that that Node tribe that I was traveling with a few years with down the mountain, right?
I recall.
Yeah, I'm the only one that survived. So that either means that nodes are weak, I am the strongest node, or I just have pure dumb luck. I'm still trying to figure out which one I am, to be honest.
Who's to say? I was not there. But you yourself have also keep yourself up in battle, so at
I
least the
appreciate
second
your-
one is around.
I do appreciate all the help that you did today, though. It was nice to see a familiar face again.
Simply my duty. You're part
As
of the
it
Hoard.
is mine.
Well, I remember specifically you not being annoying, agreeable to work with.
Can be annoying if the ones that choose to be a pain.
Hmm.
Remind me to tell you about Druckle sometime. It is quite the fantastic tale.
Oh, I've heard of that one. Part of me is morbidly curious. Most of me really doesn't want to know, nor care.
It's fine. I only met him for a day, but boy, was it a day.
Also, if you don't mind, if you could let your brother know to stop sniffing his strangers that come in.
I did tell him that, and he is still not listening.
Takes a few times. He's rather puppy-like.
He slow, but loyal nonetheless.
Well, he does make a good errand boy when I need them.
Oh, of course. I think that's the only reason he survives, is just based on my word, though I think my word is kind of tarnished in recent years.
He's growing. Teenager.
Well, hopefully he has enough sense to make an own name for himself, and not rely on the True Blood name.
We'll see.
We shall see. Either way, it is nice to have another spellcaster that's also agreeable.
That is true. It has been a while. And judging from your party makeup, at least what I was told, it sounded like you really needed one. At least one for healing.
Cam is just dying over there. He knows we're talking shit.
Somebody mention unagreeable spellcasters.
Or like unagreeing with each other, but details.
I heard you mention me.
I have been summoned.
And somewhere Raznal just sneezes.
I'm feeling
and shadows come out.
The ribbons won't come forth. Too much death has been rolling around its weary head. At least in this group. Though, from what I've been told,
more death than successes. Well, I'm surprised out when I survived for so long. He points to putter sticks. I can't seem to figure out how to get him in working order when we're in a fight. But he still comes out, and it's somewhat amazing.
It's interesting.
Perhaps your expertise will lend us a hand.
You guys act like you are unfamiliar with necromancy.
I am actually not that familiar. I am born of nature, not of necromancy. Or the Fae, sorry. Replace nature with Fae.
Well, I know for a fact that my magic cannot help him.
Necromancy is not an uncommon form of magic. Your lack of awareness surprises me.
Well, I've been staying in the woods for so long, sometimes you forget to pick up on a few things. Also, this ring doesn't exactly teach me much. It only teaches me about Fae magic.
Well, not matter much.
However, yours is quite the interesting one. Novak, sorry. My mind just completely blanked. Yours is quite the interesting one, Novak. I have not. We'll have to see if we can try to expand it. Maybe teach the other recruits how to acquire such. He looks at. Do you still have your echo out?
No, not at the moment.
Nah. I guess we'll have to teach them how to acquire such power.
Well, the first step would be to understand it. We still do not know much about this chronergy.
How did you acquire this magic? Was it bestowed upon you? Or was it something you were born with? Studied in it?
No, it kind of just developed one day.
Actually, I'm sorry to change the subject, but I forgot to ask you. Sorry, Gritter. Have you seen? I know you mentioned Cole in the past, but have you mentioned anything about Quill?
Those two are in the same unit. Why?
Yes, they were in the same unit with us, but they apparently were not feeling too well. I was just wondering if they recovered.
Yes, same unit as here, same unit back at camp.
Alright.
They stick together pretty often, so...
Glad to hear. Sorry, I just remembered and I thought I'd check in.
Well, the hobgoblin is either helping out Grulma in the kitchen if he gets bored or gets bullied by the others. And Quill is either off doing, well, whatever it is that he's doing, or staying with him. They've recovered mostly by this point. Their eyesight is still a bit hazy. But overall,
Has he heard about the unfortunate disappearance of the goblin? Because I heard that he was pretty angry.
Oh,
and
no, he was
authorities gave
there.
him up.
No, he was not. Sorry, apologies.
wait.
He wasn't there when.
Yeah, I know.
Goblin as in
remember.
when Vex died, or...
No, Quill was there when Vex died. I'm talking about Drorkel.
Yeah, when Draco died.
Oh, right.
Oh, wait, no.
He
knows.
I think
he knows.
he was there, but is he happier? Does he seem happier? I don't know. I was just
That's
curious
the
if he said anything to you.
I mean, I guess we'll have to find out when we get that reporter stakes.
He did not mention anything about it, so I cannot say. It's not
Very
really my
well.
business anyways, so I'm just there to heal.
You're far too happy to figure that out, aren't you? Put her sticks and Josh just gives like a sly grin.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. How come I just have like a feeling like Porosticks when he laughs, it's not. He doesn't open his mouth. He kind of just does the Canadian head. You know, in South Park, how the Canadians talk. It's just kind of like that. Just
Yes,
you know, Terrence and Philip
I'll
laugh.
go end
Yeah.
up that.
That's not how they talk. Yeah, they just their head flaps. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Porosticks, you're 4-6. I gotta say, for a character that usually is kind of more serious-ended, you somehow make the best memes.
Really?
You said the same. You said basically the same thing about Rasnold as well, except instead of memes, it was just that he's the funniest one.
He's the funniest dry-witted one. I'm just talking about Porosticks and meme potential in general.
Yeah, because he's a skeleton.
Because he's a skeleton. A lot of it's because he's already dead, man.
That's why he's perfect meme material.
So anyways, back on track. You guys keep moving along. It takes you 2 days to return back to camp. As you guys make your moving along through and going. You return to camp to find that it is in a bit of an uproar. You find everybody running around, gathering supplies, wagons, gear. The creatures and monsters all about are moving about. As you move forward, you catch the glimpse of Brugo Fleshreaver standing in front of everyone trying to organize a thing. And as you get closer, He looks over and sees your group approaching.
Oh, I'm so grounded.
Russia just you can just see like you can just see like her nasal nose just take a deep breath like
Oh,
get
I
this over
feel
with.
my non-existent heartbeat faster.
As he looks over at all of you, he looks over with this scowling look at the three of you and just grunts his teeth and goes, "You're lucky." Sorry, my voice is a little shot from doing fucking Soul Reave for so long.
Rip.
It fucks you. It fucks you. It's a rough voice.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. It's totally understandable.
Sounds amazing.
I can't do Rush's voice 100% of the time, so don't you worry.
And he looks over, anyways, he looks over at you guys. His face not particularly happy. As he looks down upon each of you, he goes, "All of you have returned. What have you brought for me? It better be better than the news that you have brought that these slaves have escaped and have brought destruction to the Hoard."
Russia kind of just kneels down in honor. You know.
Donovan just looks at these guys.
Greer's also bowing.
From the drow, we have received some demon's blood, said to be able to increase the strength of our orcs.
If drunk from a fool,
this is useful, but for the time being, this is not what we need. We must move. We have little time. The smooth skins have arrived. We have seen their armies gather. They know where we are. Somehow, despite not thinking, you, instead of letting the slave, you not only fail to deliver slaves, you let them escape with the location of the camp. I have already reamed the others who have returned back from camp. They have all suffered for their stupidity. All of you will do the same later. We have a mission for you. We have found a location for a new camp. As he looks over each and every one, you see this, wicked, dark, toothy tusk grin peer across his face. And we have special mission for all of you.
What is it, chieftain?
He smiles and leans in closer, and he goes, "You will be the lead troop to dispose of the unforeseen dangers of the dungeon we have discovered. You will more or less be the sacrifice of any traps involved. You will do this, or I will kill you all here."
Understood.
Greer
I was
just
not
sighs.
present when the slaves were lost, but
Don't worry, no.
I will do this for you.
He looks. I do not know if that is necessary. Raz may also be used for this. We will determine which of you will be put forward. Should you fail, second waves are always useful. Now gather your things. We leave within the hour.
Chieftain Flesh Eater, before you go, I have a question.
What is it, Rasha?
Where is Rasnoth?
I don't know.
You can just see fire.
Where is Razna?
Right here comes out behind the boss, like, what's up?
If he would be doing something, it would have been if Emma Flickers asked him to run an errand, he'd probably be doing that. Otherwise, he'd probably just be waiting for departure, I guess.
He's with the others waiting to leave.
She doesn't even respond. She just walks over there.
You see her.
Oh my god.
And he is Red's not facing away from her. Just curious.
Punches him.
Probably not.
Well, you can roll a
Alright,
stealth
probably-
check if you wish to be unobtrusive. There is a shit ton of everything around, so I'll allow a stealth check to be occurred. Oof.
What's your passive perception? For Raz?
That's a good. I need to pull up Rasnar's sheet. I think it is 13. It's 12.
So you beat it.
Dang.
All right, and it's time for clocking. I don't have an unarmed strike, do I?
What did he
Everybody has
do
an
to
unarmed
make
strike.
Yeah, I know, but like, it
unless you
isn't
plan to
sanity.
bite him, your unarmed strike is just a just roll a weapon attack with your strength modifier.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
What
And then-
happened between these
16.
two?
Well,
That
that definitely
hits.
cracks him in the back of
Gone.
the head.
So Rash is like gonna put a hand on his robe, turn around like 180, and just smack him right in the face.
Oh my god.
Roll a-
That is for abandoning your post and me. Now get up and
Okay,
finish
yeah,
your
I rolled a
prep.
19, so he's gonna react real quick, and he's just going to stick his hand in front of you, and his nails will just extend in shadowy versions as he's going to fucking react instinctively with the claws of darkness.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
That hits
All right.
for cold. What's your strength modifier, by the way? Rasha?
+1.
So that would be 2 damage to 2 and 4 damage, respectively, to the pair of you.
Okay.
Well, we haven't rested, right? I beat that. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we did rest. We had 2 days.
Yeah, it's been 2
before we
days.
hit
Everybody rested.
Oh, cool.
Rasha just doesn't say anything, just turns around and just leaves, just almost fuming.
I'm gonna just try and stand up straight and walk over to Master Grummel Grimp and I'm ready.
Well,
Greer,
Michael is not here to pick
Michael's
up
not
those
here, we'll
characters,
just, like,
so we will
we'll just
we will
do
hold
them
off
next
on
time.
Michael's characters till he's back next.
Yeah.
Till we pick up again in 2 weeks.
But that's what
Yeah,
I
you'll
do.
do.
Yo, Cam,
so-
just to make sure, I don't actually hate Rasnoth all that much. I feel like that's how Rasha would actually react if
Yeah,
she saw him.
yeah, don't worry, Andy. We all know how the RP works. I blew off. I shot off Cam's finger yesterday.
You do that.
I'm sorry. Now I just feel bad because I feel like Cam's getting the shit kicked out of him now.
Oh no, that's normal for Heath's games.
That wasn't my
oh,
game.
man.
That was.
Games with Heath.
It's true. Oh, it's true.
Hey, someone would have
It's
put down
like,
the
he
evil
didn't get a
demonic
chance to
crystal.
respond, but he definitely has an opinion about what's happening.
Yeah.
Does he say anything after Rasha leaves? Just curious.
Well, no, because he would have something to say to Rasha, but if she leaves, he's just not going to bother. He just under his breath mutters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, Zaku, it looked like your character wanted to do something.
I guess 2 things. Cole on the side was watching, just like, hey, they're back. See, smack and not smack, and then just boom, just. I'm told I wasn't my intention. I didn't say nothing. Continues helping out with whatever he's helping out with. While the Greer watching Rasha come back, just an eyebrow raise, just okay, all right, drama.
That felt good. That felt really good.
I mean, it felt worse for you than it did for me.
You know what? That's fine. Rasha was able to take the hits if it meant she could go fist of nose. I guess, Raz.
Greer does not comment on what just happened, but clearly she's like squinting, half judging, but she doesn't know what happened, so she's not going to ask. But she's going to look for Adros.
Okay, well, you find Adraz kind of in the crowd organizing groups. He goes, yes, make sure you all get back to work. And don't forget to pack all of the things we need to make our room to go.
My lady.
Oh,
And she
Kriya,
gives a bow.
did you find the party that caused all of this hubbub?
That I did. And she lets out a bit more of a sigh than usual as seeing, yep, found them.
Unfortunately, you will have to stick with them a bit longer. It would seem the war chief needs these morons to stay alive as long as possible. At the very least, they could be used as spearheads during the last invasion.
Spearhead during the last invasion, and as well as being the frontliners to this next campaign.
Oh, yes. We'll be sending them down deep inside this temple. Apparently, our spies have encountered a mountain cave to the north. A temple, I believe. Oh, what was the name of the vicious spider? The Temple of Loth.
Does she know what this is?
You can roll me a religion check with advantage, I'll say.
Ooh, thank you.
Wait, we are going to attack a Temple of Loth after dealing with Drow?
We are not attacking a Temple of Loth. It is an abandoned temple. This was something that obviously existed back when the Drow owned this part of the world.
Still can't help but feel we're defiling our potential trade partners, but if it must be done.
She shrugs. Maybe we can find some goods that they'd be willing to trade with us in there. It is just gathering dust at the moment.
I did not think of that.
Besides...
You have much wisdom.
No, of course I do. You must remember, Asha, I am the head priestess of this group. I know everything that works well. My only weakness is pretty stupid, boys.
Nicole, somewhere off the side, smacked his toe against and is like, fuck!
Apologies, Priestess
And
Rain.
there are too many of them to go around.
Apologies, Priestess Rain.
It is alright, Rasha. But in any case, we have things we need to take care of. But you will have to be sent in. The good old Flesh Reaver is very angry with all of you. Less about failure and more about letting these slaves live. And this... Oh, what is it the scouts reported? This Conan Fudar.
Rashid, please tell me that Natia is there too. Are they there? Are they here?
Here? No, they are just the ones that freed these slaves and organized this group. We need to move before the army can reach us. We need to relocate. We are not ready to fight to fight them.
My lady, if I may.
Yes.
Though I will follow your orders, as you ask. I was not part of this.
Just say cock up.
Come
We
on.
all know that's what it is.
She does a half shrug at that. Either way, whatever the vulgar wording may be, would you be so kind to bless me with something to help them out? It will be a long journey, and it is a waste of troops to continue using meat shields if the first one goes down, and I for one would prefer not to go down with them.
We can see about gathering supplies for them. Perhaps we can give him a few items, but as we say at the moment, we don't have much to spare. We must move.
I understand.
But we will discuss it more. It will be several days' journey to the north, and we will not be able to move at speed with such numbers.
Is our camp splitting up, or are we staying together?
We will have to move in separate, smaller units, otherwise we will not be able to hide our tracks. We will all meet up at the temple in 3 days' time.
Alright, so be it. We shall speak again. Thank you, milady.
You are quite welcome. And please, watch out for these fools. They could prove useful in the end. They are, at least at the very essence, the chaos that we seem to desire. The wrong sort of chaos, perhaps, but chaos nonetheless.
Chaos indeed. And she just lightly scratches the end of her snout.
Oh, as you turn to leave, she just taps your shoulder.
She looks at her.
By the way, Greg, who is the big man with you?
That is Soul Reaver. Well, what's his full name again? Something Soul Reaver.
Oh,
He's just Soul Reaver.
Okay. Soul Reaver. He is an Oni. Have you heard of them before?
Oh, in Oni, they are powerful allies. They used to be part of the Hoard long time ago. Perhaps his joining will soften the anger of our great leader.
It seems so. He has been blessed by Grumish himself with 1500-year-old power. And he helped us out in battle earlier. He was willing to at least walk with this group up to camp. Whether he signs to join us or not is up to him.
We will see. The little kobold seemed to think that was what was happening. Cute little thing. Not a bad cook. She has been helping Grulma in the kitchens.
Oh, speaking of
Legendary.
which, we have that meat. Forgot, sorry.
She looks
That's
over
right.
at you. Not exactly the time to be preparing a feast, is it?
We'll keep it into the supplies for now.
Indeed.
But
Ruffs
do
will
you-
be more than happy to take them.
do you think that Soul Reaver, will he be kept in the back lines? Or do you think he'd possibly be able to join us in the front?
Oh, he will not be going into that dungeon with all of you. He is far too valuable to have accidentally be killed by some sort of trap.
That is true.
Do not worry, my dear Green. I will make sure the blessing of Grumesh is with you. The others, I cannot say so much. So for that, Zagu, for the next game, you get to roll all death saving throws at advantage.
Yeah. Whew.
Put that. You have the bludgeon and Grumesh. All death saving throws for your new character are at advantage for the next
I do
dungeon.
actually. I've got
Okay.
a quick question, Heath.
Yes.
Prior to leaving Blood Valley, who would have been like the martial leader?
Like martial, as in like who is in charge? Well, I don't know what you mean by the like the leader as far as like the...
No, I mean like because like we have Audra's like as the cleric priest, Emberflick is the spellcaster. Is the Knoll like the fighter?
Yeah, he's
Trying
more or
to, like,
less the
lead
head of the guards. Nuzzles
Okay, so then that-
thing is the head of the kind
So
of the...
he would. So he would be who Iternovic would be most familiar with then.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, I feel like Iternovic would be most familiar with him, and then after he started fucking manifesting echoes and figuring out, wow, I can do wild shit, that's when he would have started talking to Ember Flicker occasionally.
Come on, come here. Say hello.
Oh, what a boy!
Look at him, boy! This cheese-colored boy!
A tabaxi joins the party.
And he's the greatest tabaxi ever, aren't you, Dookie?
Dookie.
He doesn't even want to. He doesn't even want to. He doesn't even want to associate with us. He just looks away.
He's embarrassed by his name.
Well, his name's Duke, not Duke. He's the Duke. Dookie Duke.
He's the Duke. I love
We
him.
got the double D's. We have D&D in the house, Duke and Derek.
Not Dungeons and Dragons, Duke and Derek.
D&D actually stands for Dab and Dab Parentheses again.
Dab and...
Remind me, Zako, I can tell you about the rewritten lyrics I made fun of with TNT. I don't know if you know that song by AC/DC.
I think so. I don't listen to AC/DC really.
It's TNT. It's dynamite. That's more or less the lyric. But anyways,
I am offended on behalf of Australia that you do not know AC/DC.
Listen, no, I know AC/DC. All right, I've heard some other songs, but you know, I've been a fucking weeb for like half of my lifetime, so I know more like Miku songs than fucking AC/DC.
Disgusting.
I was raised on AC.